All right. Welcome to the show, guys. I see loads of people here. I see the chat is buzzing. Let's hope today it doesn't crash on us. So really, big sorry about yesterday. Basically, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, just everything just started crashing, and the stream just left. Basically, so nice to see all of you guys here. Please consider subscribing, hitting that like button. Let the people know that we're live today and we've got all the time in the world, as long as YouTube doesn't cut me off. To continue with this, I see Ennis here. Awesome, my brother. He says salam back to you, my brother. Albin's here. He says hey brother. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. Mr. C giving me the tongue. I have no idea why. Silent Sweep says sup y'all. Awesome. I see Funky and Edgy. Hello. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you here. I see Belgian George. Yo, my guy. What's happening, my brother? I see Balls here. Yo, man, don't lag. Okay, I'll try my best. Listen, internet's awesome here. I have zero issues. We're not connected to multiple devices, but sadly I have no idea why YouTube does this, and it's not the first time, by the way. I've had this same issue many times. Now, the only thing I could think in the back of my head is probably because my channel's not that big. They're not giving me enough resources, but I am noticing that YouTube is saying, oh, you've done this achievement, you've done that achievement, and the channel's getting a lot more boost now. So like yesterday, I had 53,000 impressions. That's ridiculous, right? In 48 hours, I had 53,000 impressions. So YouTube is now noticing me as well. And that's all because of your likes, your shares, your comments, your engagement. Everything helps. Trust me. So for us to move forward, we need to make sure this channel gets noticed by YouTube. That's all we need, right, guys? So smash those like buttons, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this ball rolling. I see Yami here. You awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. I see Benjamin here. Good evening. Good evening, my brother. Good evening. Awesome. So smash those like buttons. Right, I'm gonna refresh the chat. You won't believe this. Look, I'm not even joking. I've only got it up to silent sweep. That's how bad YouTube is. I'm on the thing, but I can't see, so I've got to now literally log out of YouTube and see it again. How freaking crazy is that, right? Anyway, let's get into the content today. So, market's in danger. Of course, market's still in danger. And I'm going to show you exactly why I feel this market's in danger, why I think basically a lot of crazy stuff is going on. We need to take notice of all of this, right? We need to absolutely take notice of what is actually going on. And funny thing is, KR noticed this on Discord. So I've been observing the Discord messages and everything. KR noticed this. He said there's a whale out there literally buying every few hours. He's just buying. He's just buying. He's not buying the dip. He's just buying to trigger the market. We are noticing this now. I want to show you a few bits and bobs in these last few hours of this doomsday scenario that we got, right? Because we've come to the point right now where if we don't go above a specific level, this market could go collapsing down. Fine, we accept that. If it goes down, it's fine. We're okay with that because we're being prepared for that. Or the market could move up. That's what we're not prepared for, right? So we're prepared if the market crashes. We accept the market crashes. We accept this market to be in a bear market. It's all good, right? We've got our resident bears and everything as well who also see these kind of things, right? Awesome. So we accept the market's going down. We accept where the bottom should be. We want to pick up those dips. Everything's awesome. But we don't expect it to go up. But we are seeing some data that somebody is messing around. So the question is why? Who? We can't tell, obviously, the nature of cryptocurrency, but why? Why are they messing around? So let me get the cursor and let me have a look at this, right? So if you look at where we are right now, if you look at this specific chart, right, so you can see, the day before yesterday we dumped all the way down. We went down as low as 41k. Unfortunate for me, I didn't pick up the dip because I wanted to pick it up at 40. That's what happens when you're too greedy. I became too greedy. I shouldn't have waited for 40. I should have said 41, 42, But anyway, unlucky me, I didn't get it. I should have. If I got that, that would have been brilliant. Imagine this, right? On a little candle just like this, right? You know, making this 17%. Damn. Anyway, bad luck to me. But this is what we had yesterday, and this is what we've got today. Of course, these indicators, everything looks bullish. Normally, I would say, guys, look, we've got a dragonfly at the bottom of the market. Yeah. But we have a problem here. We have loads of problem here. And for us to start eliminating the problems one by one, I'll show you what I mean. So number one we've got this trend here. Remember I said it's already too late. This divergence has already happened. It's already too late. We are already here. Now we see the current RSI, this yellow line, guys, RSI sitting here, which is in the perfect zone, by the way. Anywhere below this 40 and anywhere, you know, I mean, when we go top is a different story, but anywhere in this purple zone, below this purple zone, is the perfect entry point. We also see this daily stochastic RSI, this red and blue line, coming back for a reset. So this is showing us super bullish indication this market wants to move up. It's okay. We accept that. We all accept that. But there are other fundamental issues here. So when we start zooming into this market, into especially the hourly, what you notice is this brilliant zone here, which I actually call the biggest confusion zone I have ever seen. Somebody is literally controlling every single candle here. And I'm like, whoa, okay, this is the perfect definition of a yo-yo. And of course, most people will assume this is a consolidation zone. But to me, I don't know why this does not scream consolidation at all. Because we know when there's consolidation, you bounce, you got highs and lows, which is great. This is in a range. I've never seen anything quite like it. I mean, even the RSI is showing you this. This is so funny. Look how flatlined this RSI is. I mean, we usually go up or we go down. It's quite rare to see this bouncing in this zone. Look at this. I mean, just it's like perfection. You know, the stochastic RSI showing overbought, that's fine. We know there's a dump coming and we can see this in the candle. But this range, I mean, wow, that's control. That's a lot of control. And that worries me. That absolutely worries me. This is screaming to me saying, dude, you got to be really cautious on what you are about to do. Make your mind up. Do you want to stick around or do you want to go? Because this is like, you know, if you look carefully, right, I want to show you this here as well, right? If you look carefully, this is, seriously? That was a good one. It dropped. If you look carefully, we had a similar zone here, but this is what a consolidation zone really looks like. You don't have this equal level of pattern like as we have here, right? It's a little bit more, you know, random. This is just not random. In fact, I mean, to me, it does not look random at all if you look at this, right? Whereas in here, it does look kind of randomized. You know, we had these little peaks, these little spikes, and then you break out and then you continue. Is that what's going to happen here or not? Because it looks like it. The assumption is that's what it is. But remember the rule of thumb. Expect the unexpected. So is this going to play something very similar to how, you know, on other cycles where it looked like as if it's going to go up, but it never did? You know, when we start looking at these areas here, for example, if you look at this zone here, right, and you see this here, it looked like it was going to go, but it didn't. It just kept on going down. It looked like it's going to come back up. No. And this is where the hope comes in. The hope that this market is coming back. No, guys, it's not over, guys. This market is going back up. The room is full of smoke. Too much opium. So this is that situation that I'm looking at, and I'm thinking, is this another scenario playing out right now, which is very similar to what we had in 2017, even 2013, same story. It doesn't matter where it is, even May, for God's sake. We can even just use May and say, look, what about May? Same story. It's coming back. It's coming back. It never comes back. It drops even further. So that's what I'm looking here. And the reason I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking this could be a point to consider. And trust me, this is hard for me to say. This is very, very hard for me to say. You know, when I'm looking at all of this, when I'm looking at the trend, when I'm just observing these trends. I'm going to get rid of this trend here, for example. Let me get rid of this trend, right? All I'm looking at is this pattern. And this is all suggesting we are going to come and tap on this line. And remember what I said, if we tap on this line, there's nothing stopping us from tapping this line. So we are definitely coming down, right? We are absolutely coming down, whether we do it now or whether we do it at the end of this month or maybe the beginning of January. It doesn't matter. I know some people are talking about how we're going to bounce back from here, go back to the 53 and then come down. Well, I can tell you this much. If we come back to the 53, we're going to continue. We're not coming back down. We're not coming back down, right? So if we do get back into this 53 zone, we're not coming down. So that's something you really, really have to understand. If we can take this one red candle out, imagine this to be your neckline, then we're not going down, we're going up. We are actually going up. So tomorrow's Tuesday, usually a shitty day, excuse my language, but usually it is. We're gonna have to observe this on Wednesday and see what happens on Wednesday. But anything could happen right now. I mean, if whoever the whale is, if he's got good intention and he's trying to pump the market up or keep the market up, I mean, bless him. And if he's not, if he's got bad intention, curse the life out of him. Curse the life out of him, I'm telling you, right? For eternity, we're going to curse him. But let's see what happens. This could end up being a manipulation or anything like this. And, for me, when I'm looking at this, as I said, it's hard for me to say this. But of course, I see some other data suggesting. Now, this is funny, right? This is where the mixed emotions come in, right? Everything here is looking like it wants to come down. Patterns are down. Everything is down. We know we're going to expect this to come down at least around here before we start moving up again. So we do have this bottom here. We expect it to possibly come down here. If not, listen, if it doesn't come here, at least it's going to come here because we're in that range, right? We're going to continue the pattern. But this is a big, big but. I see something amazing in the charts. But before we go there, smash those like buttons, hit the subscribe if you haven't. Let me refresh the chat and see what's going on, guys. Also join the Discord community, guys. We're growing the Discord community. Also, I've got some announcements coming very soon regarding Paradexes. We are going to make some announcements very, very soon. I see him here. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. Right. So before we go there, let's have a look at the other side of the market, and then we're going to come back to this, guys. I'm going to keep you hanging there. Listen, I'm here as long as it takes. We're going to ask as many questions and everything. We're going to try and answer many questions that we didn't yesterday as well. So yesterday we had 18. Today we have 16. Wow. I mean, it's getting better and better and better every single day. And it says I'm holding for life. Bro, are you immortal? Awesome. Respects, my brother. Respect. Hats off if you are keeping it for life. We see this market come down to 16. Market is fearful. It's fearful. Now, keep this in mind when I'm about to show you go back to BTC. When we go back to BTC, we're going to talk again. But remember what I just showed you now. Market is fearful. We are at 16 today. 16, right? Yasmin, awesome, nice to see you. I remember your gala. I will talk about it. I'll probably talk about it now. So we've got 16. That's crazy fearful. Of course, we're excited, but this is crazy fearful, right? And remember, we're going to come back to this as well, right? So let's go through the other stuff. Yeah, we've got top 200. Some of these guys pumping green. Happy days, market's coming back, everyone's sentiment is back to normal. Yes guys, don't worry too much about it. USDT's red, you know, BTC sitting at 49k, Ethereum's gone back to 4,200. Everything's pumping. Yes, bull market is full on, full force. That's it. We had the top, you know, sorry, the bottom was in. Let's move. A couple of days ago, the same people who just said the bottom is in said we just had a double top. And a double top literally means an M pattern, which means we're crashing down. Very same people now flipped complete 360. Now they're saying, oh, bottom's in, we're moving back up again. I love it. I love how the sentiment yo-yos as well with some of these guys. Awesome. Of course, we're seeing some of these shit coins basically starting to pump up. What's a 25% pump, 14% pump, or 11% pump when they've dumped 20-30% already? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's look at VB. View base. So I know some of the guys watch this, they're like, okay, what do you use? I'm going to name them to you. So the first one I use, it's alternative.me. Alternative.me. Okay, that's what it's called, alternative.me. So that's what I use for my fear and greed. When I'm looking at this is Coin 360. It's actually similar to Coin Market Cap, but you can have these tile system, and I do like their tile system, and I like the fact that they have a section where it just gives you the top 200. Awesome. Next one, this one I use is called Crypto Bubbles. So you can just type in cryptobubbles.net and you will see this. This one's fairly good. It shows you the top 100. You know, you can do top 100 to 200, or like for example here on Binance, you can see the ones only on Binance, or here you can see current ones only on KuCoin. It's okay. It's a little bit of fun. Actually, if you use on the mobile, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. But I normally just observe the top 100 here. It just kind of filters out whatever the 360s missed up. All right, because here we've got top 200. You can see these little mini ones here as well. And then what Bubbles does is basically reduces that even more, brings it to top 100. Easier to see. Awesome. This one is called View Base. Here you can actually see exchange flows in and out. So we can see today we had 44,000 Ethereum leave. We can see 1,000 BTC enter. Awesome. We see in this week, 7 days, last 7 days to date, right? We've had 6,000 BTC enter. We've had 7,000 Ethereum leave. So we get this data. So I hope this kind of helps you guys understand what I'm using. And also the last two that I use, number one, I use Crypto Quant. You can see this here in the title, Crypto Quant. I use this to track, you can see this is my favorite charts, right? I use it to track what's the inflow, outflow, and just kind of like a double confirmation, right? So of course it's pretty much the same as Viewbase, but you see this sharp turn here where BTC's just left. You see how BTC just left. Price starts moving, but BTC was bought out and it's leaving. Brilliant. Super bullish. I'll tell you this, super bullish, right? But that doesn't change anything. Again, this is just us seeing metrics. It could be, anything could be happening right now, right? They could be, you know, whales could be just putting coins in and taking coins out. It doesn't make any difference. And I know a lot of whales are actually buying right now. So it's changing hands. We see open interest coming down, which is good. I'd love to see it come down even more. I want to see this line below this at some stage. That would be like the most healthiest thing to see. And of course, we can see the leverage ratio has started to come down, and you can see how it's basically gone below the price. Well, actually, it hasn't even gone below. It's still similar, almost similar, right? It looks like it's gone below, but it's actually not. Just a tad bit, not too much, right? So that's Crypto Quant. I'm just giving this, guys, because I do get a lot of questions. What do you use? Now, the other one I use is called Coin Glass. So it's Coin Glass, and I use this to double check what Grayscale's holding, because they are the largest crypto BTC holders on this planet. Currently, we see same data as yesterday, 18.8. Nothing has changed, right? When we're doing the long to short ratio, or even just basically looking at just a very simple one. I'll give you a good example. When we're looking at this, and when we're trying to find out total liquidations, just on the top here, Coin Glass, you can actually come in and see how many traders got wrecked today, 96,000, how much money, and you can also have time frames to see all of this. So just a quick rundown on what is what. Now, we've done all of this. We've actually kind of killed two birds with one stone. While I showed it, I also told you exactly what's going on. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right. So a lot of shorts are getting liquidated. So now the bulls are hunting the shorts, right? The bulls are hunting the shorts. So let's see what happens, you know. But I want to take you into crypto, other stuff, but in a bit. So we're going to go back to BTC at the end. How about this, right? Let's do some more stuff just now. Read some of the comments, drop some of the stuff I missed yesterday during the live stream when the stream cut off. We're going to do some of this. So I do remember someone did mention Gala, right? Gala. So we're going to talk about Gala. What's the story with Gala? So let's drop some Gala and what's my views on Gala. Personally, I feel Gala is one of those coins that could surprise people. I talked about it even here. Remember, we actually entered Gala around here somewhere. We entered Gala around here. So we are believers in Gala, right? We knew Gala was going to do something, and that was based on a few things. Number one, Gala was an existing game company in the mobile industry, making already games. I forgot what games they used to make, but they already made a whole bunch of game. And then basically they said, okay, they want to do NFT games, but they done something very unique, and I know some other guys are trying to copy this as well. Okay, that was weird. Guys, can you hear me properly? Yeah, I have no idea what that was. That was a weird noise coming in my ear. It's a notification. What the hell was that? Yeah, I have no idea what this is. But anyway, so we know Gala was building this, and Gala did something different, which was the coin, the Gala coin itself. It's actually universal, means inside their ecosystem you can actually use the Gala coins you know, to do pretty much whatever you want. And doesn't matter if it's a PC game or, like, you know, some sort of a console game or mobile game or whatever, you could literally do that. And they've been promoting, marketing, and they've got some big investors behind them. So when you have that kind of, like, you know, follow the money, right? When you see the money in there, well, you want to be in there too. But of course, remember one thing about Gala, right? Or any coin actually. I look at certain metrics, and there's a certain time in the market. So as long as BTC and Ethereum are still pumping up, I don't mind putting money into this stuff. But whenever I think BTC and Ethereum are going to dump, I stop looking. And I've talked about this before. So Gala's now come back, and it's a good zone, like good buyer zone. But whoever buys anything now, guys, any coin you buy, please have the intention to be in it for at least 2 to 5 years. The reason I'm saying 2 years is because in 2024, because we're almost at the end of 21, so I might as well call it 2022, but 2024, we have the next BTC halving and a possible bull run if we don't continue and if we don't extend this particular bull run, because this could easily be an extending cycle, and actually we can have another leg up. But maybe in a month or two, we might be down for a couple of months, you know, even up to 6 months, and then we start pushing back up again. And a lot of people won't even notice that we're moving up, because we're going to do it so slow, gradually get up there, right? And every time people are going to be either overhyped or really bearish. It's one or the other, right? But it's always going to be the opposite of whatever everybody thinks. Whatever the mass thinks, it's going to be the opposite. So if the masses are thinking it's going to be a bear market right now, well, guess what? It could easily change into a bull market. And this is what the market does. Market will always do the opposite of what the herd think. So, you know, if someone's buying these coins fresh today, well, these are your opportunities. Of course, if it starts coming down, you can start dollar cost averaging in. And this is no financial advice, but it's a great opportunity to pick up some of these top, you know, I call them tier 1 projects. And why do I give it tier 1? Because Coinbase, the likes of Coinbase Ventures are invested in this, right? So when you know you've got big money plugged into these things, well, expect these things to pump big, you know? And we saw what big money did to Axie Infinity. It's a stupid game, but they pumped it. And I talked about Gala down here, and I said, it's coming, and it came. You know what I mean? So awesome there. So Gala, in my opinion, is, for me at least, is a hold. In fact, when we pumped up here, I think it was around this level here, or was it here? Let me just check, guys. Sorry, it was around this candle here. So because I bought it around here, and I did buy some more around this level here, I took my initial out. I took my initial investment out as soon as I doubled my money. So now whatever Gala I hold is just the free Gala, if that makes any sense. So I don't mind accumulating a little bit more and probably move up. So let's see what happens there. That should be quite awesome. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going to hodl my Gala. There's a lot of coins that I'm going to be hodling during this. If this is a bear market, I am going to be hodling because I took my initial investment out. So that was Gala. There was another coin someone actually talked about. I'm going to see if I can bring it out. I'm sure on Discord I mentioned something, right? So there's a coin, yeah, this one here. I'm not going to go to the deep of this, right? So there's 100 million coins. Value is showing at $100 million. Circulating supply 70 million coins. There's 70 million coins are actually in circulation. Fully diluted market cap 100 million. But I want to show you something that will kind of shock you. So this has been a pump and dump cycle, but I want to show you something that's going to shock you. It shocked me. I did send a screenshot and I'm just going to show it to you now, and I hope this kind of makes sense, right? This and this is a wallet. So I kind of went in to double check, and I'm going to go into the detail of it. These are wallets, and you can see two of these guys, one owns 19% and one owns 18% of this supply. And this is where it gets really, really shocking. Look, when did this transaction happen? 240 days ago. Right, let's move it. Let's go to the next one. Look, 45 days ago. 45 days ago, right? So we are seeing this has gone to Bittrex, right? So ultimately we see some whale wallets here. We see a lot of supply flying around, and we can see for some odd reason there's only 70% of the supply elsewhere, but we do have a few whales. But just be careful, because this is definitely a whale, right? And the reason you can tell this person is a whale, because this is the token holder and you can see his wallet balance. So this person does have another coin in there as well, and it's impossible for a cryptocurrency contract to also have a second coin in there, because it's a separate contract. Two contracts cannot stay in one. I haven't seen one yet, at least. So be careful, that's all I'm going to say. But other than that, look, the project looks awesome. You know what they're trying to do, many have done it before as well, trying to sell you know, property on an NFT or whatever. Yeah, I mean, so many people are attempting to do this. It's nothing new. We've had plenty of other projects back in 2017, 2018. What was the big one? I think it was called Atlan or something. There was a big one, got massive marketing, massive promotion, utter failure. You know, they all failed, put it this way, they all failed. So please be careful. So that's why I just thought I'd bring this up, just for the sake of it, because I just remember. Let's have a look at the chat. Chat seems to be exploding. Yasmin says, thank you so much. I hope the info you got was good enough for you. You know, because that's what I'm seeing for Gala. You know, if you are going to pick it up, then these are the opportunities to pick it up. And of course, listen, one thing, if the market dumps, then all of these shit coins, and if the altcoin season, remember yesterday as well, I said we're still in the altcoin, because the altcoin season is here, right? We are actually in the altcoin season right now, but there's been freak events in the market that's been creating situations for us to come down. And one of those freak events is actually stupidity, means over leverage. When you're going to show everybody how much leverage you have in the market, you're expecting to get wrecked. I mean, here as well, if you just look carefully, I'll show you this, right? This is going to make total sense to you, right? When you just look at this, I'll show you, watch this. Yep, there you go. Look, so the shorts, we can see this is the shorts right now. This is on Bitfinex, by the way. So we can see where the shorts are getting wrecked, right? And then if you look at the longs, well, they're not really benefiting at all. They're also getting wrecked. You see what I mean? So both parties are getting wrecked equally. And this is on one exchange, because the only one exchange I can track. So it's just stupidity. That's what happens. You know, you're going to go high. Would you expect you're going to come down? Because remember, the last time we went that high was around July. We came down. Again here, coming down. So it's just ridiculous. I mean, these guys really need to learn when to stop, and market will be more healthier then. What was the next one you want to talk about? Render. So I'm going to drop render in there. RNDR, my friends. Render. So let's do some render here and see what render's looking like. So this is the current status of render. I mean, bargain in my opinion. And again, the same thing. So you can name me 50 different coins, and I can talk about all 50 of them. But one thing I can show you, right, and there may be one or two that doesn't have this pattern, is going to be a pattern like this where everything is dropping. Everything is dropping. And trust me, render today at $4. We had a high here, all-time high here at $8. If this is bear market, and if the bear market's in, I can assure you this render could be picked up for $1. So think about that. Just if you want to invest, then don't go all in, right? What you want to do is maybe put 10% or maybe 5% or something like this and start dollar cost averaging in. It does, because if you bought here, say for example you had $10 worth, right, or $100 just for the sake of it, for $100 you would have bought XYZ. Would you buy a little bit more on this candle? You'll buy a little bit more on this candle, a little bit more, so you're actually averaging more, and as you go down you're actually accumulating more than you would have here in one shot. So try and do that, because at any point the market could flip up if the market starts to look bullish again. But right now, of course, it's bearish, right? We're in this bearish trend. We've got to break this trend in order for us to come up again, you know, and this is on a daily. For us, every candle is another neckline. So yeah, I mean, this is a strong neckline. We've got to break. This is a strong neckline. We've got to break. This one not so much, but these two are strong necklines. We've got to break. So if we can, you know, reverse this, then we're back to normal, you know. So when we look at these patterns, we've got this here, and this is going to be what I'm going to count as a significant thing. We're coming down here right now. We've got to come back here to invalidate, get up, then find support here, and then move on. So we've got a long ways to go, guys. Got a long ways to go, you know. But as I said, if you dollar cost averaging in, you're good. So again, render, super solid project, right? It had its pump, it had its everything, it had its high. Again, people who entered render, people I know who doubled their money, because I know people who entered around these prices who doubled their money. They took their initial out. So right now, even when they're down, they're fine. In fact, some guys are even starting to accumulate and buy a little bit more. So that's what's going on, right? That's what's going on. You can see the pattern itself. It's a downward trend. In fact, if I was going to activate the trend line here, this is actually the trend right now. So if you look carefully, this is the trend. So this is our trend, and we're way down below our trend, you know. So got a long ways to go even to break this particular area. But remember, this neckline is where the important factor is. This particular neckline you can see here right now, 100% accurate, $5.76. Once we invalidate that, then we start moving forward. Well, in fact, we can even move it up here. So that's how crazy it is, right? What else are we talking about? Right, let's drop something else in there. Render, please. 100% I will enter Gala again when it goes down. Yes, Ennis, I'll tell you this, if we hit the bear market, Gala will go to 3-4 cents a coin. Trust me, 3-4 cents a coin. I see Bubble, you're supposed to be working, my brother. Awesome. Sangorge, why is market red? Because we love red. We love red, my brother. When we make money on the red. We do not make money on the greens, right? Of course, on my chart, actually, let me activate a different chart for you. So this is BTC. This is BTC. Let's activate some reds for you. Yes. Songam, this one's for you, my brother. This one's for you. See, when you're up here, do you make money? No. Green, you don't make money. When you buy here on a red and it goes back up, so you buy it here on a red and it goes up, you make money. On a green, you lose money. It's a simple rule we follow. We make money when the market is red. We lose money when the market is green. When the market's green, we know there's only one thing that's going to happen. It's going to come down. And when the market's red, there's only one thing we know that's going to happen. Market's going to go up. Whether it goes up today, tomorrow, it goes down a few more, doesn't matter. It's always going to go back. So when we know the red means goes up, green means goes down, we want to buy the red, we want to sell the greens. Let's see what happens. Awesome. Bro, anything on Crow will be appreciated, bro. Just buy. Crow, I'm super bullish. because it's going to do something when everything else dries up, when all the other chains get too saturated, too many projects, too many things to look at. What do the developers need? They need a new crowd. What do the developers want? They want a fresh community. They want something that is not oversaturated. So what are they going to do? Go to the latest chain. Once they go to the latest change and they're the first comer there or the first projects there, and they can get a whole bunch of people coming over, think about it. They get instant adoption. Because more people come, people are currency. When more people come in, more money you make. It's very simple. So when we have an opportunity and Crow's giving us that opportunity, we buy. Even if it comes here, we still buy. Because it's going to be a freaking rocket ship. I'm telling you, it's going to be a rocket ship when it starts moving. So that's what I'm going to say about Crow, my brother. Custard, hi, how you been? Awesome, my brother. Everybody's awesome. Albin says, and it says, I was there. Was where? Awesome, I don't know. 99.2% of VLaunch is owned by one person right now. That's scary, but I'm still going to enter for like an hour. Good luck to you, Abin. That's all I can say to you, my brother. Stay careful. I wouldn't touch shit like that, trust me. It's complete garbage. Just proper hype and scam. That's all it is. Proper hype. When you see one person owning 99.2%, bro, you should run 10 miles the other direction. Forget even talking about. You shouldn't even mention that name. You shouldn't even mention that name. Crazy. And it says, you hear at Yasmin, what about SRM and TVK? I don't hear anybody, bro. KSS, people. Oh, you hear? Oh, I think he's asking if Yasmin's here, as in the chat. Okay. H-E-R-E, my brother. No spelling correction there for you. What about Serum and TVK? Well, I'll have a look at Serum. TVK, not a big fan, but Serum, I'm a super fan, my brother. Super fan. You know what you do with Serum? Like they inject it, hair growth and all sorts of other stuff. Like they put it into your skin, Botox serum, those kind of serum, all those serum, they're good. They're good. This is Serum. Serum's going to come back. Just wait for the market to do its thing. Serum's going to come back. Serum, Radium, all of them, they're going to come back. They're going to come back bigger, better, stronger, because there's money plugged in. Big boys are in there. All right. One of the biggest investors in Serum is actually the founder of FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried or something his name, right? SBF or whatever they call him, right? But the point is he's one of the investors. Remember, he's a massive investor in Solana ecosystem. He's a massive investor in anything to do with Solana, or most of the projects to do with Solana. Massive investor. So we know these projects will actually never fail. They'll always come back, bounce back, do whatever needs, but they will come. So Serum, I'm super bullish on. TVK, I'm not quite sure, so I will double check TVK for you. Again, it's the same story. Listen, if you're looking at one coin, right, like Bitcoin or Ethereum, two of those, right, that's enough. When you just look at one or two of them, I mean, this we've done once before, it seems like it. Wow, when did we do this? Let me just look at this, guys. Where did we actually tag this? So this, wow. So we actually been following this back in 2021. I'm sure someone must have basically requested it. Wow. Someone must have requested it. And since then, this is March. Guys, this is March. We had a top in May. This is March. Bro, you should stop even thinking about it. Wow, the entire market's gone north and this one's been going south. Wow. So this is way back. My God, can you see this? I don't even use this color combo anymore. Wow.
Is that the one? TVK? God knows what it is. I mean, just wow, it's just gone south. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's just been going south. Wow. So someone's been offloading. It's on Binance Mandela. So it to be accepted by Binance definitely has something. You know what I mean, right? You know, KuCoin, Gate.io, not too much, right? But it's definitely had some sort of verification, something there. But it's been going south. But saying that, you know what? When you see something like this, even when it goes south, it could actually come back. So let me just quickly see. Cross-platform non-fungible token ecosystem that offers curated marketplace for NFT creators and collectors to interact. The Terra Virtual Collect platform spans web, PC, and mobile VR, AR environments. So clearly they've created something which is quite cool. Trying to create this whole community in any ecosystem. Beautiful. I do like this. Now I'm interested. So think about it. Now I'm interested. It's been going south. That's fine. That means that this thing could go down even lower. Listen to me carefully. And what the wisest thing would be is to wait for this to come down to these levels here, because we can easily see this. If this bear market comes in, this could easily come back down to these 8 cents. So I'm going to wait on the 8 cents. In fact, I'm going to put a buy order at the 8 cents on Binance. I'm going to leave it there. I'm actually going to leave a buy order at the 8 cents. Right? This particular neckline here, around here, 8 cents. If it comes to 8 cents, I'm going to plug some money in there. Maybe a couple of hundred, maybe a couple of thousand, I don't know. And forget about it. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you very much for bringing this to my attention. Again, whoever it was. So let's see what happens. I am still holding. Hodl, my brother. Hodl. Yasmin says, thank you for the insight, sir. That's a relief. Don't call me sir, please. I don't have a title. The Queen has not given me a title yet. I am not a sir. You could probably hear this when in my foul mouth sometimes when I start swearing and everything, right? I'm no sir, trust me. I'm not a gentleman at all. Guys, smash those like. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's grow this community. And also throw me any other questions you got. KR says, building shorts. What shorts? Bro, I just wear shorts. I don't build shorts. Refer boy says Matic, my bro. Yes, why not Matic? Let's drop some Matic in there. Same story, but I'll drop some just for you. Again, everybody, you know, when you look at all of this stuff, right, you know, yes, Matic is doing its thing, you know, wow, looks like Matic is coming back, you know, looks great, by the way. We do see a lovely little pump. Again, this is evidence that the altcoin is still on, but for how long? Because remember, the sentiment hasn't changed yet. As soon as the sentiment flips, we got a problem. Also on Matic, you can see how this on a daily is flashing overbought. You see how this is starting to lead down. This means expect this to dump. When it's over, it's over. Trust me, it's going to be bloody. So if you've made a bit of change, you can see it's already happening, by the way. It already started on the 4 hourly. So it's going to come down. And the rejection, wow. I mean, just look at this. The rejection was exactly here. Funny thing is now I can actually change my mind and say this to you. Look, if this thing does break out from here, then it could possibly go and test this top again, right? So there is some positive here. You know, also if you're looking at this wick and this looking at this wick, yeah, we've got this slight bullish trend here. But again, guys, don't fall for this. That's what I'm going to say. Don't fall for this. Why? Because end of the day, remember, if the market crashes, it's going to take everybody out and everyone's going to pull out. Because remember, there's not too many bulls, number one. There's not too many strong hands. Remember that. There's not enough hodlers in this game. Most people are not even believers. In fact, most people, honestly, most people don't even know what they're buying. I'm not joking. They have no clue what this is. Oh, someone I know, they know someone told them to buy this, so I'm buying this as well. They have absolutely zero idea what they're buying. Is it fundamentals? Is it technicals? What was it? What did you buy? I just bought Matic. And I'm not picking on Matic, by the way. There's 15,000 coins. Yeah, I bought this. Yeah, this one's going to pump. Sorry, show me how. What do you know about it? Oh, because a friend of mine told me it's going to pump. Seriously? A friend tells you to jump off a building, you're going to do that? Oh my, so you need help. But looks good. As I said, look, it does look good so far. You know, there are a handful of coins. You can see the greens here, a handful of coins which are pumping. Absolutely fine. There's no harm in that. But again, you know, it's nothing significant for us to just turn around and say, yep, that's it. Everything's normal now. Do you know what I mean? It's not significant enough, right? These data, when you look at these data points, right, it's not enough. It's there. Yeah, great. We accept it. It's absolutely there. But it's not enough. You know, for example, for Matic, the previous high was here back in May. Since then, we've just attempted. Of course, as I said, this particular event that we had was a freak event. Yeah, and anything could change. But it was a freak event for everybody. And I am going to take you back to Bitcoin later, after we do a few more coins here. Refer Boy says, from India. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. From India. Yes, I got you, my bro. I got you from India. Gujarati, Kamcho, Maja Macho. Whatever, you know, up kaise hai, theek hai, right? Those kind of stuff, right? We can do a bit of Hindi as well, bro. Awesome. Punt, comma, says, see the pattern. Pattern on what? I have no idea what you're talking about. Refer Boy, yes, I did Matic already. Ennis, I did SRR. Patience, guys, patience. Listen. Oh, Ennis. Patience. You don't have to spam the chat. When you've done it, I will read through it. Don't spam it. I will read it, bro. Patience. Okay? Just type it in once. I will go through. Look how many messages I got. I got to read all of this. So patience. I'm getting there. Trust me. The pain of doing live. The pain of doing live. Is poker going to recover from auctions? What auctions? Poker has nothing to do with the auctions. You need, oh yeah, it does. You need poker to go into the auction. Poker just goes into the auction. You know, that's it. That means a reduction in supply is getting locked. Supply is getting locked. But remember, it's still got 45 days, bro. We've got 45 days for this whole event to be kind of considered. Okay, that's it. So Polkadot for the next 45 days, you know, it's just going to get locked and all sorts and this and that. Some people are going to buy. That's what's happening. Whales are offloading. People are, you know, locking them in. So Polka is just opportunity, in my opinion. Polka is opportunity, and I'm hungry. I want Polka. I want more Polkadot. Do you know what I mean? I'm really hungry for Polka. Yes, it's come back here, and I've got a feeling it's going to collapse even more. Because remember, after we break this zone, can you see this area here? Let me show you this. So once you break this specific zone here, so I don't know if you saw this, right? So if you look at this, let me do this for you. Make this yellow and make this brighter. Look, so you see this zone here. Once we break this zone, you can see the wicks came here as well. Once we break this, there's actually a free fall. There's nothing there. And I like that. That means $10 Polkadot again. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity to pick up DOT at $10 again. You know? And remember, Polka's not finished. And of course, a lot of you guys don't understand that because you entered the market now. You don't really understand that Polka itself is not a finished project. And on top of that, now they've got the Parachains to start doing other things. They are not finished either. Those projects that we entered into the Parachains, they're not ready until another 2 years. So we have Polkadot, which is not ready. And then now we have Parachains being built on Polkadot, which are also not ready for 2 years. This is giving me an indication that Polka could even drag for 2 years. Why not? Why not come out with a big bang? Do you know what I mean? Literally, that makes... I'm super bullish, super bullish on this one. So yeah, hodl tight on DOT and see what happens with DOT. Right, let's see what the next one is. My days. Right. What's the story here? SM here, awesome, my brother. or 777. HT and HT. HT. Hubi token? Why the hell do you want HT for? I'm joking, my brother. Hubi token's good. Remember, exchange tokens are a whole different story. Okay, exchange tokens are a whole different story, right? Very important for you to understand. Exchange tokens, they have their own utility inside the exchange, right? That's the most important thing to understand. They have their own utility inside the exchange. That's what you need to look at, right? So when we're looking at Hubi token, for example, of course it's dipping just like everybody else. You know, there's nothing different here. But these tokens, remember, these utility tokens that the exchanges created, yes, that you pay cheaper fees with them. Yes, they pump with the market. Guys, what the hell is going on? Who's messaging me? What the hell is going on here? Yeah, I'm hearing all sorts of weird noises. Anyway, yes, the market itself, like, you know, when it pumps, everything pumps. When it dumps with everybody else. It dumps harder. But that's not the use case for it. If they pump, of course, you made money. Happy days, right? Jolly good. We made some money. You know, we took Hubi token from a couple of dollars here, and we pumped all the way up there. In fact, if someone actually picked it up even sooner, you got it for cents, few cents. You know what I mean? When Hubi token first came out, you can see, look, it was like $1, and then it dumped all the way to like 90 cents, right? And then it pumped, and it went all the way up here, right? 41. Guys, think about it. $1 to 41. That's insane amount of gains, right? When you look at this for what it is, you know, and how much percentage you would have made from the day it launched all the way to the top here, damn, that's like 4,000%. Awesome. But that's not what it's for. Use the token inside the exchange for all these other events that they do, like these IDO launches and all sorts of other stuff that they do, these IEO, initial exchange offerings and whatnot, right? That's where they really trump. That's where you make the most amount of money. So don't value the token for what it's worth. Value the token for what utility you can get. That's the key. So for me, if you're getting opportunities to pick more up, pick more up. I mean, I'm a big fan of KuCoin. I'm a big fan of crypto.com. I'm a big fan of, what's the other one? The new one, BitDAO. Big fan of Woo, right? Woo, I love Woo. I saw Woo at a discount and I'm like, oof, I got myself a discount. And we were talking about Woo down here, but look at this. Woo's come back from a discount. Of course, it's still on a trend. That's fine. But that's nothing. It could easily dump all the way down here. And I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that, because that means I've got more Woo and I'm going to use Woo as utility. And while I'm holding Woo during the bear market, I should be able to accumulate a little bit more and then start moving back up again. So that's the whole idea with this one, right? When I'm talking about BitDAO, where is it? There, look, BitU. Is that the one? Yeah, Bit. This is BitDAO. I mean, we bought it down here somewhere. What was it? Yeah, around here. We bought it around here somewhere. We pumped all the way up there. While we did that, while it's been pumping, all right, we've made more money, more coins on many other projects that we got involved in. And even now, it doesn't make any difference how bloody it is, because in a few days, we've got another token launching called REAL, Real. That's coming on, and that's going to be pretty awesome. And I'm going to make some more money. It's all free money. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's the utility you look for. Not about how high that token goes, because I don't really care. You know, how high, it doesn't matter. Am I going to cash out at that point? Well, then I'm out and I miss these opportunities that I'm going to get. You know, because if you're multiplying your funds, your money, whatever you want to call it, right, you're multiplying those, right? Yeah, what's the point looking at the price for these coins? So I hope this kind of makes sense to you. Utility tokens should be respected for the utility they provide and monetize on the utility, not the value of the coin itself. And try to multiply more of those tokens so you can get more utility out of them and actually make maximum gains out of them. Blocktopia, we'll talk about Blocktopia. B-L-O-K, I believe. What the hell was that? Okay, that was just weird. Somehow my laptop vibrated. Freaky. I don't think this actually vibrates. What? Freaky. Yeah, I think it's possessed. It's possessed. So yeah, I mean, Blocktopia, this is on KuCoin. Looks okay. Let's have a look on here and see what Block is doing here. Block. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, we've come down. We're heading south. It's absolutely fine. So that means when we start looking here, we can see it's already started to move south a little bit, right? It's going down a little bit. It's absolutely fine. Again, if the market continues, then it gets crazy. This thing could easily pump and go back up to these top range. You can see this, right? It could start going back into this top range, right? So we know this is like, you know, if the market continues to move up, this would then become a consolidation zone. But if it doesn't, it's not a consolidation zone. It's just nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right? But again, we need to observe the big boys in the market. Remember this, guys. A little percentage here and there doesn't make any difference. But again, if this market starts bleeding down, coming back in, down here somewhere, you know, because we do see a nice little support zone here. You see this? These 3 candles here, support zone. We see another support zone just here. This 2 candles here. And then after that, we've actually got one more here, just around here. That's about it. So we've got 3 supports here. You know, again, if I'm interested in this and if the market's bleeding out, it's going to bleed out too. It's going to bleed out even more. And I'm going to look for these discounts. And of course, here, if you look at the Fib line, you know, we could even pick it up around this particular level here, which should be awesome. So that's what we should be looking at. Stop thinking too far about how high it's going to be. Think about where you can snipe this and take this forward, right? Blocktopia did that. Referboy said, I set a short on Binance on Matic at 210. Any suggestions? You shouldn't be shorting and longing the market anyway. I call all the people who do leverage trading idiots. Yes, it's lucrative. Believe me, it's lucrative. But we don't play that game. You know, I try to teach everybody here to, you know, say for example, you invested $100, you made $200. Take your initial investment out and then ride it. You're always going to be the bigger winners. You're not gambling anything. Do you know what I mean? So if you set it at 210, trying to short it at 210, I mean, I don't give advice on leverage trading. I'm not a big fan of it. I only do 1 or 2 trades a year. That's how, yeah. But I do big ones, you know. I don't do shitty ones. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad if you got it at 210. See, I wouldn't even bother at 210. I think that's a bit too risky. Actually, it's not that bad. Okay, 210, right? So if you're looking at 210, be ready to move your stop loss if you're monitoring, and if you're not, then take profit. You know, and I would say if you got it at 210, try and take profit around the 196, possibly even around the 182. So take profit. Don't try and go all the way right down, because then you're going to be too greedy. And also, don't put high leverage. Try to not go above 2 times leverage maximum. Even that is dangerous, right? So try and keep your leverage low. Also, make sure to have your stop loss set. So if you are setting it at 210, then my recommendation would be around 212, you know, maybe even 215 to be kind of a little bit more wide. Have your stop loss. You shouldn't burn your money, right? So try and have a stop loss there. Make sure and see what that does. Albin, yes, I understand this, but with all this hype and basically every crypto influencer in VLON, surely the first hours, maybe minutes, will be the massive pump. That is how it works. Or am I wrong? No, you are absolutely right, Albin. That's exactly how it works in a centralized exchange. In a decentralized protocol, this is where the problem is. At the first minute, first hour, everybody wants to buy. There's only one seller, and that's the creator. So who are you going to sell to? Ask yourself that question. Then come back with that thing. Bro, refer boy, please don't spam. I do read. Please don't spam, right? Okay, same message over and over again. Awesome. And he says, thanks for explaining on TVK and SRM chat is Bit delayed, I think, but thank you very much. Also, my brother, yes, chat is delayed by 20 seconds. So whatever I'm saying now, you're hearing it 20 seconds later. However, when you type, I do see it instantly, right? But I've got to go through all the chats, so don't spam. Please be patient. Smash those like, hit that subscribe if you haven't. Join the Discord community so we can continue this conversation and move forward. Right, let me go through the other stuff. I see RA here. RA says dot. Dot is done, my brother, already. So I hope you checked, because we already did dot. If you haven't watched it, rewind back. You can do a live rewind and watch it back again. Discord bot says, or Nightbot says, be awesome. Smash those like. So of course. Skin and Bones, that's a beautiful name, my brother. Respect. Says 100% truth. Hope so, my brother. Hope so. Bald says, if VRA allowed content creators like yourself to stream on their platform, do you think people would ditch YouTube and platform like Twitch for it? No, bro, too big to fail. You see, this is the thing a lot of people don't understand. We've got plenty of streaming platforms out there, by the way. DTube, this tube, that tube, so many. Even Steam, right? Steam was one of the biggest and the first, actually, one of the first ones to be done on decentralization, right? And of course, it was a great idea, but they couldn't get the adoption, right? Why they couldn't get the adoption? Because your community is here. So like me, I forgot what it's called. I'm on the blockchain, by the way. I actually all these videos streamed directly to a blockchain. I have a duplicate version of this on the blockchain, by the way. SDCrypto is on the blockchain every day, synchronized, right? Every video automatically uploaded. But who's viewing it? Nobody. I'll get hundreds of views here, maybe one or two over there. So where's the community? Do you know what I mean? You got to be real hardcore. Again, think about it this way. If only 5% of the planet are using cryptocurrency, buying and selling, or are interested in cryptocurrency, imagine how many percent of them actually will make an effort to go hardcore and only watch our stuff, stream it on a blockchain. Come on, bro. Let's be realistic. Yes, there's a time and a place for it, but Twitch, YouTube, Vimeo, they won't go. Do you know what I mean? They'll still be the giants. And remember what I always say, there's always going to be a king and a queen, right? There's always going to be two crowns, the top and, number one, number two, always going to stick around. It's going to be really, really hard for somebody to take out YouTube, someone to take out Google, because plenty of other browsers have come around. They're not going to take Google down. Plenty of other streaming sites have come. They're not going to take YouTube down, right? Plenty of other social media sites like, Facebook, similar to Facebook came. They're not going to take Facebook down. They've taken that crown and they will do everything to stay there. And if they see challenge, guess what they do? They just buy you out anyway. So trust me, yes, we could see adoption from those companies who might end up buying some of these crypto companies, but ultimately what we're going to see is basically the competition is going to be bought out. It's very easy, trust me. That's what they're going to do. I mean, Theta is big. Theta is a big project, and Google are running one of their nodes. Google is running these companies' node, and I'm on Theta, by the way, as well. I'm on Theta as well, on theta.tv, I believe it was. I'm on there too. This SDCrypto, this live stream is actually being streamed over there right now. Imagine that. Not who watches it. Nobody goes there, bro. So just to be honest, yes, no one's gonna ditch this. It's gonna be, you gotta have to be. How would I say this? If I turn around and I go and start streaming on VRA, for example, I have to already have following, a cult following. CULT, my brother. I gotta have a cult following. My cult's gonna go where I go. That's hardcore shit, bro. I don't expect that from everywhere. You know what I mean? So yeah. Riffle boy said, Kesaho, Bayame TikTok. Thank you very much. Skin and Bones says, please have a sand by looking at the buying possibilities. Sand, my brother. So 4 videos ago, I did mention to everybody, I said, if I am to currently pick my top metaverse coin, if I am to pick my top metaverse coin, then that would only be sand. I believe right now, sand actually holds the crown. Sand actually holds the crown. We do have Mana, actually came out way before this. Everybody knows it, right? Mana's been around longer than this. But you know, when you got, I forgot what that game is called. I always forget it. So in the real world, we have these two games. One is Roblox, and I forgot what the other one was. So these two are trying to beat those two games, whatever it's called. It's a famous game anyway. I don't know. I don't play it, so of course this is why. But these two are pretty much competing and trying to be either one of those two, you know. And it's awesome. The attempt is awesome. They're trying to capture a specific type of a market. But Decentraland got some investment later, very small, but it didn't launch as a big wow. It didn't get the big money involved in it until later, right? And it was bought for cheap and then sold for the higher prices. But Sand, from get-go, it had money plugged into it. Hundreds of millions of dollars plugged in by actual venture capitals, you know, big companies. So that said to me, that's where the money's going. They really want to see this work, you know. So when you see this, you know Sand itself has a better opportunity to continue. And actually, if you use Sand, you can actually develop on Sand. So that's what it is, you know. Of course, other metaverse projects may see a little bit more adoption, or you can call it adoption, whatever, because those ones are new and they do have land offering, because people have realized that yes, you can offer some land and possibly make a little bit more money, right? So, you know, any project that has cheap land, that's where you want to be. And yeah, you can make a shit ton of money there. So again, if we are looking at this, we can expect this to do one of two things, right? So again, remember what I said earlier on, if the market is pumping up or if the market is dumping down. So we're going to have two specific type of metrics here, right? So if this market dumps down, we expect this to come down to around this particular level here. So I'll put a box here just to kind of show you. So if this did dump down, then this would be our range. So between $3.41 to $2.97 would be the perfect buying zone, also known as the golden pocket. However, if the market continues to crash, then you can see we have this trend line here, this greater trend line here. We could easily come and test this bottom line, which is back below the $1 level. So expect this around this $1. We could easily come here. Remember this, right? So this is a very important factor you have to understand. And of course, we could easily go even below that. We could easily go even below this. We can come back down here and actually even test these bottom lines here. In a bear market, a full-on bear market, this thing could crash 80-90% easy, right? But for now, if I was going to go and buy and snipe, and if the market flipped, my entry zone would be here. And of course, I'm not going to leverage it. I'm just going to buy dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out, or whatever you want to do. Like normally in a way down, we want a dollar cost average in. You know, we want to make money in this particular way. So awesome. Wow, something's really bugging me today. The hell is going on here? Why is this doing this? Sorry guys, I have no idea what the hell is going on. Yeah, weird. I'm getting some sort of a notification, but I don't see the notification. What? I don't know. Anyway, Sand looks super solid. And of course, another thing I want to show you here, sorry, before I get distracted again. With Sand, what we can see that this bearish divergence, yes, it's coming down a little bit. We could expect this to come back down here. However, it doesn't necessarily have to, as long as this starts flipping back up. So if this flips back up, then we know the trader sentiment is back. But again, it's going to take some time. It might cool off a little bit more because look, traders made a whole ton of money. You got to take some profit. You know, beautiful pattern though. I have to be honest. When I look at this pattern, you know, when I'm seeing this particular pattern here, which is one of my favorite patterns, if this market was to reverse, perfect bounce zone. Perfect bounce zone. So that's all I can say here. Let's have a look at anything else. Right, Sand we did, and it says sorry Habibi. No worries, my brother. Awesome. RA got restricted. I have no idea why. Only bought HT to participate in prime list. Now need to exit. Awesome. If that's why you bought it, it's great. You know, personally, most of these exchange tokens that I buy, I never exit. I'm being honest with you, I hardly ever exit them. I just accumulate more and more and more because they're really, really valuable. What the hell is going on? Whoa. Guys, just bear with me 1 second because I'm getting something here and I don't know what it is. It's really, really annoying. I'm telling you. Give me a sec, guys. I have no idea what the hell this is. Why I'm getting all of these things come to me. Give me a second, guys. I need to see what's going on. No, I need to see what the hell is going on because this is ridiculous. Yeah, that is so crazy. I've never. Let me see. Can you hear me? Alright, this was good, right? Alright, guys, let me know if you can actually still hear me. I think I finally managed to switch it off. Something here was so weird. No idea. It was making this pinging noise. So please let me know if you can actually hear me. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, let's have a look at the next one. SM says, thanks for your time. Bro, I'm here for you guys all evening today. Guys, please let me know if you can hear me. Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, what I was saying, okay, SAN. So SAN looks like it's coming in for a rewind again. So of course we'll see this again. Totally depends where the entire market is. So it's got nothing to do with individual coins or independent coins. Some coins may pump here and there, but this is just absolute noise. It doesn't make any difference after the dumps we've had. If we were back at the price that we, the levels that we were at, right? So for example, we were down here when we started dumping, that then says, okay, yeah, we can go up. But if we don't come back to these levels, a single pump here doesn't tell me anything. When I'm looking at this particular zone here and I'm seeing this, well, this doesn't change anything for me. Yes, it's bullish, but then we invalidated this when we started coming down again. So bullishness over. You know what I mean? So what we need to see is, of course, we need to see a candle like this, but then it's a full-on reverse. It hasn't happened yet, so just be patient and let's see what happens there. I see Bubble. Bubble says, let's do Bubble. Bubble says, I don't know if you talked about e-gold. No, I didn't. And that noise is back. I don't know what the hell is going on. Where the hell is that noise coming from? Anyway, let's have a look and see. Yeah, God knows what happened. E-gold, my brother. E-gold. You see this zone here, we've invalidated the pattern now. So we've definitely invalidated the whole pattern. Now we're at the mercy of the market. However, I do see one good thing about this. This is on a daily. What you see is we've come back to reset the RSI. So very similar to BTC. Again, my friend, what I want you to do, bubble, bubble, bubble. Please, please, please observe either this or observe BTC, because these are similar patterns. Bitcoin and e-gold are pretty much playing the same game. That means one is following the other. Just look at this. This is below here. This is resetting here. Of course, they don't look exactly the same, but the point is they are doing some similar stuff. So if this is down, the move will happen similar. So we can see they have some sort of a correlation. And again, most importantly, it wasn't exactly the correlation. It was more to do with this pump here. This pump here was a parabola, a dangerous pump. But when you pump so much volume into something, well, someone's going to take that volume out. And this all happened during the last days of the MX token or whatever MEX token that they were doing, right? That pump, the lock. And I told you guys, I'm not going to participate. I will wait for MEX token to dump. And when MEX token dumps, I'm going to pick some up. Now you see why. I hope so. This is why, yes, I was very bullish on, I still am. Listen, I bought e-gold way back down here. So I'm super chuffed about how much money eGold has given me. I'm still in profit, right? But it was just stupid for me to go and participate and lock my coins in order for me to make 200% on something. I would have happily locked it for making nothing if I believed in what was going to happen, right? Oh, this could be like, it would be life changing. It would do this, it would do that. It's a great project. I want to support the project. Talking of supporting the project, today earlier on, one of our members invited me to a particular group. I'm not going to mention anybody. We're not naming and shaming. I do appreciate what they attempted to do. So there was this massive community, and they said, right, Sham, come and join this community because they have some massive people in there involved in their, genuine Twitter community and everything. I spent like 2 minutes there, and then I met these, and I'll just basically, they're launching a decentralized, and all I said was, wow, I didn't realize, first I asked, I said, what is this? And nobody answered. Someone says, can you read the fact? So I went and read the fact, and I was like, yes, I read the fact, and I can see you're pretty much launching a decentralized exchange. Coincidentally, we are also launching one. Literally, some guy from nowhere comes and like, fuck off. I'm like, what? Don't spam the chat. I was like, what? Sorry. When did I spam anything? I was like, so rude. If I'm having a conversation with the owner of the thing, he should have told me if I'm spamming or not. But if that's how you're going to be, sod it, I ain't going to be there. Not only am I not going to be there, I'm never going to even promote you. Not only that, I'm not going to put a penny in the company like this, because if that's how you guys operate, you're going to try to bully people into stuff. Come on. Don't work like that. I don't need your bloody shit. Honestly, there's so many shit coins out there for me to pick. So, but anyway, leave that aside. I don't want to go into this stuff. Someone's talking about Sims. Wow, loads of coins today. Let's talk about Sims today. Sims, my brother, sorry, I can't do Sims because Sims is not here, so I'm not going to talk about Sims. Sorry about that, Mustafa. Hope you're good, bro. I'm absolutely good. I hope Bubble actually understood about eGold. So we done eGold anyway. Albin says, if it's gonna sold on a centralized exchange, can still sell back to exchange. Yes, Albin, please. I'm gonna beg you right now, Albin, please drop the subject. Let's not talk about this anymore, please. Albin, it's more like I'm promoting them here. It feels like that, my brother, and I'm not promoting them. I'm trying to warn you. If you are not understanding what I'm trying to tell you, Albin, I'm warning you. Do not enter. You're gonna get wrecked. If you still want to do this, my brother, I can't help you. Please, let's not talk about V-launch on this channel. Please. That's it, please. Okay. I don't want to see any of my viewers getting wrecked on a hype that you yourself said 99.2% is in one person's wallet. You yourself said to me. I don't want anybody to get wrecked into this project, and it's like I'm promoting to these whoever's watching this right now. It's like I'm promoting to them. Please don't do that. Honestly, please. Himi asks, why doesn't Coinbase have its own token? Coinbase can't have its own token because Coinbase is centralized, number one. Number two, Coinbase has always been intending to be this forefront of the financial system, and to be in the financial system yourself, you can't actually own a token in the decentralized world. You can give services, but you can't actually own one. So because if they did that, then it opens up doors, for example, MasterCard to say we're launching our coin, for any Tom, Dick and Harry random exchange to come and say, eToro, for example, comes and say we're doing our own coin. And that's how it all starts. And then everybody's onto blockchain. So it's not really centralized anymore. Governments can't control them and regulate them accordingly. Yes, in the future, maybe. Right now, they can't. And Coinbase always wanted to be a regulated, law-abiding exchange. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult there. So yeah, let's see how that one works out. So yeah, that's the reason why Coinbase will never have a coin or anything like this, just because of fundamentals, like how they've structured their company. Remember, they are, as I said, trying to be in that legal status, win the hearts and minds of all the SEC and everything. So that's a different story. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Let's see where it goes. Skin and Bone says, we can hear you. Awesome, my brother. I respect that. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys could hear me. Not sure if you covered but VET, please. No, I haven't covered VET today, but I have done VET previously. I'm a VET bull. I love VET, and every opportunity in VET, as you can see, look, we were expecting VET to bounce from here and move up, but however, just like everything else, and we can say this all day long, every coin, we can show you any coin, it doesn't matter which one we look at, guys. Look, same thing, it doesn't matter where I press, there is nothing here, you know, that I can't press and you won't see this. Look, same story, guys, same story. It doesn't matter. So we can talk about every single coin, but of course, if we are talking about coins and we're talking about fundamentals, it's a different story. VET is a coin that will survive. VET is a coin that even if we do get into a bear market, it will still survive. It will still push forward. It's a whole different story. We were expecting VET to bounce just like every other coin, but VET broke. Now VET broke. It's a whole different story. It broke that trend line. It's now on a whole different path, similar to BTC. So as long as BTC continues, VET will also continue. If BTC doesn't continue, then it's the same story for VET. We could easily go back to 3 cents. 3 cents back to where we started, back to square one. We could also all the way go back down to 0.002 cents. Do you see what I mean? So, end of the day, yeah, it's not looking good. So this is one of the reasons why there are a lot of the coins I've been exiting, and of course some of you new guys here, you don't know about this, but Himi knows. I think not Himi, sorry, SM knows about this, KR knows about this, many other boys know about this. I have personally talked about this on this channel many times. I said, guys, I've bought a whole shit ton of altcoins around here. You know, I'll give you a good example. I'll take the drawings off, right? So I bought a whole shit ton of altcoins around these areas here, including Cardano, Polkadot, you know, bought all of those around here. I bought Solana around here somewhere, I can't remember where, but I remember Solana when it came out, like $1. So you buy a whole bunch of coins here. The market keeps on pumping, but I'll tell you this, when my coin doubled in value, even here, I took my initial out. So the rest of the funds that I had was just pure profit money. So while I started moving up and I saw these massive thousands of % gains, I started cashing out. As we rolled up, one by one, I started cashing out, right? And I cashed out all the way up to like March, April, I cashed out most of my shit coins. I mean, I had almost 500. So I kind of cashed out, kept all the gains. Then the market bled. When the market came back down here, I started accumulating a few more, right? So, you know, my game was a long game. It's like from here, I start accumulating all of these coins. As we progress up, the one that's made me the most amount of money, or any money at all, I've started to take that out, like the initials out, then just play with the profit, and I let the profit grow all the way up to there, but then started taking the profits out. There has been a handful of coins which never came back. Those are the ones that were complete failures, and that's what happens in this market. You know, some coins will never come back. There was one of my favorite coins called 10x. 10x, go and search it. It doesn't even exist anymore. I was a bull and I was heavily invested and I lost a lot of money. Shit happens. You know, end of the day, some coins will come, some coins will go, some coins will fail. And 10x was a super popular coin. God knows what happened. They just vanished, and they vanished actually around here. I think it was just before 2020 or something like this, or around 2020. I can't remember, but anyway, they vanished. But I don't care. I know my balance is gone, money's gone. What am I going to do about it? But I've had 500 more, or close to, I mean, at least 70-80% of those that pumped and gave me hundreds of percent, thousands of percent. So I was able to take that and then use that funds to be ready to buy if a dip comes. And in fact, during May, June, I mentioned to all my, you know, everybody that follows this channel, I said, guys, we are going to have the dip, right? The dip. And we had this dip, right? So the dip was like this one. Anything more than 50% was the dip. You can see here we had in total, a 49% dip, right? A 49% dip. In fact, actually, it was from here. If you calculate from here, we talked about the dip, which is actually a 55%. So anything over 50% is the dip, and we bought the dip. And I even gave everybody a price. I said, look, around the 30k, that would be my target to pick up the dip, and we bought the dip. And during that time, we also bought any altcoins that we can think of. And I said to many people, even on this channel, I said, guys, take your pick. Which coins do you want? Any coin you want, just go take your pick. You know, pick your coin and stick to them, because at the end of the day, we're going to make a whole ton of money. That's what we did. You know what I mean? That's what we did. We saw these massive gains here, massive discounts. I mean, look at this BTC, 15% discount on a 7-day. I ain't complaining. You know what I mean? Ethereum 5%, I ain't complaining. And you know, you see many of these coins doing the same thing. I mean, 20-25% discount, and that's what we saw. We saw 60-70% discounts, and we ended up basically picking those discounts up, and we monetized on that, and we made a whole ton more. Right, we made a whole ton more all the way up here. Again, as soon as we hit that 67k, and when we realized that it wasn't really bullish, you can go and see the videos. In fact, where was this? It's on the 21st of November. Go and watch the video published on 21st of November and see what I said about this. Let me not say it to you. Go and watch the video. It's there on the channel. Watch the video that was published on the 8th of November. Sorry, my bad. It was on the 8th of November. Go and watch that. And you tell me, did I not mention that, guys, this does not look right? So, yeah, it just didn't look right. You know, the pattern was just not absolute. Everything just was like, nah, this is coming down. You know, a KR kind of picked up around here. I believe it was around, where was it? Around here somewhere. KR asked me, he said, you've been going on about this when it was at 65. I said, yeah. Even at 65, I did the same thing. Because when you see the market, the pattern is not nice. You know it's not nice. So, yeah, I mean, here it just looked wrong, and it just looked like it's going to come down. I said to everyone, I said, guys, right now we're in a critical point where this market could be over any second. Any second now, this market could be over. While everybody's getting so excited, this market could go down. Tell me if I didn't say that. You know, so yeah, pretty crazy, my brothers, pretty crazy. Skin and Bone says, bought in pretty early on, still in positive. Also, my brother, that's the spirit, right? End of the day, same as me. Like, I bought very early back in 2018, 2019. In fact, even some during the ICO. So I did kind of double down on it, but it's a solid project. I do like it, and they are actually having some real world use case as well. So, you know, for those reasons, it is definitely doing very well, and it has a future. Of course, how they monetize is a different story, but VeChain, if you just hold it, right? So if you just hodl VeChain or stake it and this and that, do you know your reward is VeThor? So you do get a VTHO, right? VeThor, right? You get a lot of that coin as well. So it's, you know, it has its perks. It has its perks. In fact, there's been times when I've literally, you won't believe this, right? This one here, I've literally bought VeThor instead of VeChain. So I've had VeChain and I still bought some of this. And this thing just pumps and dumps. I'm like, okay, I can monetize on this. And I've done this as well. So why not? I don't see an issue. You know, it's like Theta. If you hold Theta, you get T-Fuel. Well, why not? Monetizing T-Fuel. If I have to use that as a currency, I'm going to use that as a currency. Now, I think we've done most of the coins. There's one other message just arrived. Let me have a look at this one. Try again. Yes, absolutely. I'm trying my best, bro. I'm trying every day. Every day I'm on YouTube. I'm trying to make it awesome. I'm trying to keep it as real as possible. Complete freestyle. No scripts, nothing whatsoever. So please make sure, hit that like button, smash those subscribe buttons, hit that notification, press all, join the Discord community, and many more. I got all the links below. Consider subscribing or whatever. So yeah, I mean, Bitcoin. Bitcoin and crypto is the future of main market when all people working online isn't using cash to demand and sell, especially child of BTC like BTG, BTD, TKO is great demand. The tech is amazing. The tech has always been amazing, But the question is, which part of the tech is amazing for you? The monetary value? Well, there isn't any monetary value. One Bitcoin is worth one Bitcoin. The only reason the price seems to be going up or down is because your country, the currency, has been inflating. The more money you print, the more a Bitcoin seems to be worth. But a Bitcoin has always been worth one Bitcoin. When you're talking about technology, the only technology that we've actually come out of this, right? I know some people like to pick the blockchain. Yes, distributed ledger, brilliant. But actually, just simplify it. It's the decentralization. It's the fact that nobody can control us. That's the only plus point we got. But when you're talking about people working, demanding, and this and that, it's going to be regulated. You know, like the internet. If you know how to, did you know the internet is actually free? But mobile phone companies, your internet service providers, have figured out how to put a firewall and charge you to give you access to the internet. Did you know that? So same way, you can use Bitcoin, the king of Bitcoin, or whatever. There's always going to be a gateway. And my friend, the gateways are going to make money. Not us. So yes, the day when it comes to that point, it will be great. It will be awesome. Of course, it's everyone's dream for cryptocurrency to be adopted as a main currency. You know, it doesn't matter the children of Bitcoin or whatever. And if you're talking about children, there's about 35,000 forks of it. We don't even know about half of them. You know, I've created one myself, but I never intended to launch it. In fact, the chain just died out. When I tried to clone it without the tweaks, it literally just died out. So stuff like that happen. You know, when it comes to, you know, Bitcoin and many other stuff, they will, you know, some will survive, some won't survive. Whoa, awesome, awesome, awesome. Skin and bones, awesome, man. Thank you, my brother. Yeah, I mean, wow. Great channel, man. Good, very informative information. We'll definitely keep on the channel. Thank you, my brother. Respects. Thank you very much. Really, really do appreciate that. But no, here I'm just keeping it real, man. End of the day, you know, I'm not here to make anything off you. I'm not here to shell anything. I'm just keeping it real. I'll tell you how it is. You know, what I see, how it's been, my experience. I've been in this game since 2015. And I'm happy to tell you what I've seen, what I've experienced. Anything beyond that, I don't know. 2013, I wasn't there. I can only use the charts to make comparisons to what happened. But I have actually observed the market from 2012. And even today, I'm one of the biggest skeptic in this industry. Biggest, trust me. So this is, it kind of helps me tread this market properly and make sure that I stay aware, you know, that I understand that I'm not going to just dive into something, you know, the hypes and everything. I've seen it all. You know, we had the ICO hype in 2017. I didn't touch a lot of them. I didn't even touch Ethereum. By the way, I was talking to someone today. Brilliant. Spent like half an hour talking to this person. I saw Ethereum when it was $2. Would you believe this? I saw Ethereum when it was $2. And at that time, I remember £1 used to be almost $2. So there was some currency issue or whatever it was, right? The foreign currency exchange rate or whatever. £1 would buy you $2. This guy bought £1,000 worth of Ethereum, close to 1,000 Ethereum. And I'm like, nah, this don't look right to me, you know? Because I'm thinking, I don't understand Ethereum. No, this don't look right to me. This is in 2015. $2 a coin. I didn't even touch it. Because the problem I saw was all these ICOs, you know, all these stuff. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Is this like the next biggest scam out there? You know, come and build on our platform. And I'm watching a lot of these rug pulls and a lot of these scams. And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. You see projects building on Ethereum and then asking for you to pay with Bitcoin. And I'm like, why am I going to give you my Bitcoin? You're promoting this brilliant idea to me. And when I go to your ICO page, you want Bitcoin. Sorry. You built it on Ethereum. You want my Bitcoin. I'm not giving you my Bitcoin. So I thought Ethereum was the biggest scam on the planet. And true to my nature, I didn't touch most of the ICOs in this and that. I did touch a few ICOs that actually accepted USDT. Some of them who accepted Ethereum, I did touch them. But anyone who wanted my BTC, it was off limits. No, you do not get my BTC. That was the rules. And you know, I just observed the market. I'm thinking this thing is a scam and it's hyping. And just as we predicted, like, you know, yes, it's going to pump up. And it did. It pumped and pumped and it went to $1,400. Ethereum went to $1,400. And I'm watching it to go to $1,400. And my mate's holding. He's holding. He's like, bro, you see, I told you. I'm like, yeah, right. Carry on. And then, you know, 2018 comes along and the whole thing just collapses. And it went down to like $7, $8, $9. I can't remember what it was. Some ridiculously low dollars, right? $10, $15 was when I last saw it. And it was just hilarious watching it go down. And I was like, you know, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, told you. Where was it? $2018. I think this is the one I'm talking about. Yeah, I think this is the one I'm talking about. Yeah, it went to like $13, $14 anyway, around this particular time. I can't remember. And then it went to $1,400 anyway. I'm getting it mixed up a little bit. But the point is it went down. I'm like, I told you so. He held. He's still holding, by the way. And I finally understood. I finally saw all the ICO, the bubble itself burst, all the scams, the rug pulls, all sorts, you name it, just completely vanished. Once they vanished, I observed who survived. And then I could start picking those good ones. And finally, when I finally decided, so this is funny, I bought Cardano, Polkadot, Ethereum Classic before I bought Ethereum. Would you believe this? Hilarious, right? But that's the truth. I thought Vitalik was a scam. He's a scammer. Full stop. That's what I thought. So I didn't buy this. I actually bought Ethereum for the first time when it was around $90 back in 2019. Right? So it was around 2019. Yeah, around here. That's when I first actually bought bought Ethereum. But I bought Cardano before I bought Ethereum. I bought Polkadot before I bought Ethereum. You know, because I was just a little bit more bullish on those. But yeah, I believed in them more than this. It's like XRP. Yes, I had some XRP, but I believed in Stellar Lumens, XLM, more than I believed in. I don't know why. Just like, okay, if the founders left because of whatever issues they had, well, I want to follow that founder. Maybe he's got something. But then I've learned a lot more. I said, okay, it's not about the team. It's not about anything. It's not about the fundamentals, the teams, or anything. You got to look for that one unique point. What are they trying to do? So when I see what Cardano's trying to do, I'm like, makes sense. But of course, we had so many more after that. It's like Solana just came out with a storm. All of a sudden, Solana just drops. What the hell? What's going on here? And then it just starts pumping. It's like, wow. You know, when you look at the tokenomics and everything, they were fast. Solana was fast. You know, I mean, if Charles Hoskington stopped talking for 5 years and actually built the damn thing without peer review papers, because that's what he was doing. He's just doing these university academic papers. I mean, dude, if you stopped that today, one Cardano would have been $200-$300, and he wouldn't have to have 45 billion tokens. But that's where he messed up. Am I bearish? No, I'm still bullish on it. But the point is he messed up. Same thing, pretty much with what's his name, Gavin Wood, Polkadot. Same story. You spent 4 or 5 years building this thing. Fine, I understand what you're trying to do, but you've given us the idea. And guess what? We're all doing it now. So sometimes these brilliant guys come up with these ideas and we're bullish. We want to support them. And then all of a sudden, they actually mess up because, we come out with something else, you know. So kind of crazy, you know, like what Polkadot wants to do, create this whole ecosystem of multi-chains and allow chains to be able to connect to one another. We'll call it multi-chain, right? You know, well, that's what we're doing. So thank you for giving us the idea. We're now moving with it. We're running with it. So they got to constantly adapt and try and build something better. Cardano wanted to be fast, cheap, and this and that. Well, Solana just beat them. So it's the, you know, it's the life. It's the life of crypto. You know, one man comes out with a creation,
10 men take it over. You know, it's like when the NFT came out, it was just an NFT, and people saw how 1 or 2 NFTs sold for XYZ amount, and boom, we started a full-on NFT bubble. Right. And now the very same people who kind of promoted in this and that, they talk about, they're like, 98% NFTs are going to be complete failures. It's just going to take your money and it's going to be worth zero, because it's not liquid. You can't sell. If there's nobody else there to buy your Broad Ape, you're screwed. You know what I mean? As long as there's demand in the market, you're okay. But when the demand dies out, what do? You bought this thing as an investment. I want to sell it. I want to make $1 million. If no one wants to buy it because the market's bloody, you're screwed. So that hype's gone, and then the metaverse hype started. Oh my days. And you can see where it's going now, right? And I'm sure something new is going to come out very soon. You know, but it's fun. It's fun. When you watch this, it's absolutely fun. Awesome. Benjamin, are you at all concerned about the lack of decentralization in some of the top cryptos like Solana, BNB, where 50% is owned by the insiders? This is a funny one. So when we talk about insiders, we have to talk about insiders in a particular way. So we know BNB, right? The nodes are centralized. In fact, the BNB nodes that they have are selected, are vetted, means they know who the people are. You know, you had to go through some sort of a mechanism to pass some sort of a criteria for you to have that. And yes, that's the reason why it's there. But it's okay. It's still kind of decentralized. It's not 1 or 2 people. I think BNB is like 17 or 18 nodes that have most of the cryptos. And we haven't seen anything significant in manipulation wise from these guys, because you need the BNB in order for you to actually run the node. So it just doesn't make any sense for them to dump. They'd rather hold it and validate those. So yes, it's centralized, but it still has some aspect of decentralization. Also with Solana, similar way as well. But we do know Solana founders do own a large sum. So that is something to keep an eye on. But saying that, both the projects, they've been noticed for what they are. I mean, BNB is like one of the first comers who literally, you know, duplicated, not that the first, but they're like one of the first successful ones, right, who duplicated Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, right? You know, BNB is Ethereum with a slight different fee structure and a gas structure, but it's actually the same thing. In fact, if you go to the Ethereum virtual machine EVM, right, and you write a smart contract, 99% of the time you're actually writing it in Ethereum. Sorry, if you go to Binance, you're actually writing it in Ethereum. When you deploy, you're deploying it technically on the Binance chain, but it's actually Ethereum code. It's Solidity. It's the same thing, same code. Everything was the same code. You know, we just deploy it on the network. That's all it is. Same code, same everything. So, you know, Matic, even crypto.com now, they're going to have the same thing. So anything, when we say EVM compatible, Ethereum virtual machine compatible, means they're running the same codes. So that's what's opened up the doors for, as I said, like Polkadot wanted to create this whole ecosystem of multiple blockchains connecting to one. But we're already doing that, because what we've done is a lot of the projects now are launching their own blockchains on a similar EVM compatible chain. It's literally a duplicate. It's another fancy word to just say we faked it. Fine, we accept that. And that allows us to have this cross-chain compatibility, basically. It's not really cross-chain, it's just the same chain duplicated over and over again. So yeah, let's see where that goes. But you know, I don't know how to say this. You see, BNB, there's another funny fact about BNB as well. So Solana, not so much. BNB, yes. Solana's tokenomics is really good, actually. Of course, if we do see a dump or anything like this, it's going to be a different story.
But Solana has potential. In my opinion, Solana has potential because you've got the Atlantic Council and a few other places like, monetary institutions looking at Solana for its speeds of transaction. And that's something that a lot of people have noticed. And they probably even use it as some sort of a settlement layer at some stage, right? Or maybe as a settlement network. So they don't have to use Solana, but they could use the blockchain in order to do some sort of a transactions or some sort of a secondary layer on it. So Solana is on the radar as a great project, something with for its TPS basically. That would be awesome. I see Ennis says, got to go, man. Awesome. Good night, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Good night to you. I did say it's going to be a long one. So we carry on. All right, let's see where it goes. So what was I saying? Yeah, so that's Solana. Now BNB is a different ball game. BNB did promise they want to reduce the supply. So BNB originally had a higher supply. I don't know if you know this, right? So Binance Coin, BNB, at one stage it had a higher supply. Yeah, it's not even written here. So they had a high supply. And by the way, guys, if you didn't know, CoinMarketCap is owned by Binance. So they get the priority to update their data. So when you see this data, it's 100% accurate, by the way. So BNB, I believe they had like 200 million or something like this supply, but they've been burning consistently. And they did have it as part of the first roadmap. They did adjust the roadmap because they started accelerating the burn a little bit, right? But their whole plan is at one stage they're going to have 100 million total supply, so best part is, this is where you need to understand. So say for example, when they had 200 million supply, if 50% was held by some insider, great, the other 50% outside, and imagine all the people outside owned the other 50% and we still held, well, the only coins they can burn is the insider's coin. By burning the insider's coin, if this project starts pumping up, the insiders have to sell. Who's buying? Us outsiders. So we always win. And also remember another thing as well, all these decentralized finance projects, yield farming, this, that, whatever, you name it, these AMMs, when we start locking our BNB, we're the outsiders locking our BNB, well, we've just taken half the supply off. Again, they lose with us. So good luck to the insiders, because they really don't win with us as long as we are not stupid. Because remember, human psychology is crazy. Most people are leaders. Sorry, my bad. And I did that on purpose. The reason is they're not leaders, right? What happens is you get, most people want to listen to leaders. Right? So understand this. Most people want to listen to leaders, right? And it's funny because what happens is, say someone says, oh, this is happening, that's happening. They'll jump onto that hype, right? Especially if they see this person has a large following. So this is quite funny. Last week in university, and I'm just going off topic a little bit, but I do want to explain this. Last week in university, one of the lecturers asked, name a few top public speakers, and I hope one of my university student friends are here and they can tell you this. People were putting all sorts of names, and guess who they put there? Boris Johnson. I mean, sorry, he's a public speaker? I mean, sorry, somebody help me here. Yes, he may stand in the public and speak, and you may have watched his face so many times in repeat that your brain thinks he's a great public speaker. Did you see what happened there? He's not a great speaker. If you sit there, I don't want to listen to him. He's just full of nonsense. It looks like he's reading from a script. People assume he's a great speaker. They've given him that thing now, title now, and I'm thinking, no, he's not. But that's the thing. So when someone has a great following, anything like this, they can actually manipulate everything, and it's a whole different thing anyway. But look, as I said, insiders will always lose as long as we hodl. I'm a BNB believer. I do believe in BNB, and solely because we do use BNB for some of the projects, some of the staking, some of the other stuff that we do. Also, those of you who are new, you may have seen a particular icon near my where the camera is, there's something turning around. That's our Paradexes logo. I will talk about a little bit about Paradexes as well at the end as well. But remember, I haven't forgotten, when we started the show, we are going to talk about Bitcoin. And there's something I'm going to show about Bitcoin, which is still in my head. The tab's still open, but I'm just not showing it quite yet. I am going to bring it in, right, guys? I am going to bring it in. But yeah. You kept it real with me. I appreciate that. Not saying what I want to hear. Respect. Also, my brother. I'm not going to say it, man. You know that, bro. You know, Albin. I'm never going to say something that you might want it. I'm not going to do it, bro. It's not going to happen, right? I respect you. You're like a brother to me, right? And I respect everybody in the community. But sometimes, you know, when you're going to go on and on about something, and I'm constantly going on and I'm giving you these warnings, I do feel kind of disrespected, thinking that, hold on, I'm trying to help you here. Help you understand that every attempt you're going to make, you are going to fail because somebody else pulls the strings. You know, we're going to be the puppets if we enter this. You know, they're there. They've lost money. I mean, I can go show you their Twitter accounts. You know who I'm talking about. I know who I'm talking about. I can show you the Twitter accounts of the founders. And in this particular season, during the last dip, they've lost millions of dollars. And they're going to recover that back. And that's going to be from people who participate. So we're not going to talk about this anymore anyway. Skin and Bone says, biggest crypto profit I missed out was on Axis. Researchers believed it would be, believed in it, but still gave out on it. Was a bit of a hard time. Bought at 3, sold at 650. You see, what you did there was brilliant. You see, you've actually bought it. So you bought it at $3.50 and sold it at $6.50. So if I was in your position, I would have only sold half, taken my initial out, and I don't care where the market goes, whether it goes up or down, and you still would have benefited. So, but I wasn't in your place, and check this out. You're sitting here regretting that you've never bought Axie. Or you sold it. Check this out. I didn't even touch Axie. I'm giving analysis on Axie, telling people it's going to pump. All right, telling people it's going to pump, telling people where the pullback's going to be, and I still never touched it. Beat that. Why? I have conviction. I have self-discipline. If I said I'm not going to touch it, I'm not going to touch it. I don't care if it goes to the moon. No regrets, bro. I will never fall in love with the coin. Even though, for example, currently 95% of my portfolio is BTC. I have zero love for it. There are coins that I've locked, thrown the key away, I can't touch. That's a different story, you know. But rest of it, whatever I have liquid, I'll dump it on the fly at a blink. Boom, gone. I don't care. I made my money. Make your money, get the hell out. What are you marrying the coin for? If you're in it for 5 years, stick around for 5 years. Then talk about it, you know? But if I'm in the season, I'm going to be really, really stupid to be in the season, make all this money and not take profit. I mean, that's going to be the most stupid thing I could ever do. You know, I've been here since, this round, first round when I entered, guys, I'll be honest with you. So the first round when I entered was around here. And I exited around here. Second round when I entered here, so I waited for this bottom to come in and for me to get this confirmation, right? So as soon as I saw this market flipping back up again, I saw the pattern confirmation, I jumped in again. And since this point, I'm still in it. I bought a whole load of dip, by the way. You know, when this started moving up, came back down here, I started here, and I've been buying every single dip. So can you see I've dollar cost. I'm up hundreds of percent, hundreds if not 1,000%, actually almost close to 2,000%. But the point is I'm up, right? So this dip doesn't make any difference. If I think this is going to come down and crash here, I'll happily just pull the plug and get out and just wait for this thing to collapse. And when I see it come down to the bottom, and my bottom I'm expecting is around the 30k, by the way. So if I see it come down to 30k, I'm going to deploy everything. So on the way down, I'll pick up little bits, right? You know, 25%, 20%, whatever, small amounts. And then I'll have this massive order right at the bottom to pick up everything. And the idea is I end up having whatever coins I accumulated from here to here. In this dump, if it comes down, I should have more than I started. Again, it's another accumulation for another round up. So yeah, that's going to be an awesome one. That's going to be absolute awesome one. Yeah, try to practice this. It's really awesome actually. Try to practice whenever you double your money. Try to only take your initial. Trust me, you're gonna love it. When you start getting the hang of it, you're gonna love it. You put in $100, you make 200, take your 100 out, and you start off with one coin. So now you have $100 worth of a specific coin. You take your initial 100, you plug it into something else. That then does another double. Take your initial out. Carry on. You start multiplying coins. You're constantly stacking more and more coins, but guess what? Your initial is exactly the same. You're the boss when you start doing this. When you start taking $100 and having another $100 worth of something for free, you start having that 100, move it, and you start doing it again for free. You imagine have 10 different coins with $100. You're the boss. You are the boss. You perform better than everybody else. Try it, bro. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Trust me. I'm in love with it. I don't care where it goes. It can go to 1,000,000% for all I care. But in, initial out, in, initial out, in, initial. Oh my days, it's brilliant. I'm telling you, it's the best fun I ever have. Because when the market goes all bloody, everyone's crying. Oh man, I lost everything. I'm sitting there and I'm laughing in my head. I'm like, guess what? I've got my initial. I'm going to buy the freaking dip and I'm going to buy more than I had before. And what am I using? The same freaking money I started with. It's hilarious. I'm telling you, I have a lot of fun on this. A lot of fun. Chaos says, ETH carrying the market is moving. Of course, ETH is keeping the market up. Absolutely. And you should be able to see this here. BTC down 0. whatever percent, Ethereum up whatever percent, but I have a problem here. KR, I have an absolute problem here. Number one, yes, all of this is looking like it's moving up. Yes, everything seems to be moving up, but this also seems to be coming down. Of course, we could see this week, maybe by the end, look a bit bullish, but remember this line has pointed down on the weekly, so we could start coming down. Also, you have to look at this on a slightly bigger perspective. Like, remember I talked about 2 weeks, month, whatever you're gonna do. So if you do look at this 2 weeks, what do you see? You see that we're coming into that overbought territory. We do see this bearish divergence here. For example, one second, let me bring this back. So you see this bearish divergence here. Right, you see how bearish we've been here, right? So this, remember, we've already been bearish here, right? When you see this, yeah, it looks all great, but remember, we're coming into this overbought territory. We had the reset already. So remember, when you're looking at these things, start looking at it at a higher time frame. So we do know that, remember yesterday I mentioned the pattern. That pattern is actually quite valid. That, look guys, market looks like as if it probably be back. It's probably going to be normal, but no, in fact, I'm going to stop this whole thing right now. 1 second, give me a sec. Stop the drama here. Let's just stop for a second. Pause. Get your drinks, get your refreshments, watch what I'm about to show you. Pause, refresh. Let's do this. Right, so you all saw this chart from yesterday. Day before as well, we've got the Dow Jones, we've got the total crypto market cap, we've got the S&P 500, we've got the US dollar. We've got 4 specific charts here, all in one place for you to observe something. Dow Jones pumps, super solid money, dollar pumping in, dollar printing continuing. Hold on, something's not right here. We also see S&P 500 pumping. I mean, what the hell? Sorry, somebody tell me what the hell's going on. Everything dumped. BTC's last. Have you ever seen this before? When we see BTC pumping, these things catch up later. When you see these, for example here, right, you can see when BTC pumps, it's already done it. These guys do it slightly later. The dumps were the same, pretty much on the same day, but the pump, these two pumped, and even this is pumping. Usually when they pump, this is down. This is what I've been holding you guys back for. I mean, for me, guys, I don't know what to say here. This is already gone above its neckline. It looks super solid. This wants to continue. This market wants to continue. Or is it something else? Do you know what I mean? Is this market going to continue, or is this something else? Now, I know a lot of you guys have a lot of dandruff. You have a lot of dandruff. Oh my. What the hell did I do? Sorry, I pressed the wrong button, guys. Oh, get back here, guys. What's wrong with you? Sorry, guys. My bad. Bring it down. I know what I did. Pressed the wrong button. I pressed the screen. No. Right. I know a lot of you guys probably have a lot of dandruff and you have a lot of head and shoulders, right? But this is what I'm seeing, my friends. This is what I'm seeing. Maybe not the best drawing ever, but this is what I'm seeing. This is what's coming from this. This is what I'm seeing coming from this. When you see this entire market do something like this, and then all of a sudden it takes a break. It takes a break here, and it comes up, and it does this, and then it does this, and comes back in. I'm telling you, this is a typical sign of an absolute head and shoulders. So go and wash your head out. That's what's happening on this one, right? So that's one of them. Right, let's get to the next one. Right, let's get out of this one. Let's go to the next one. What do we see here? We see here complete difference, right? So we see here is actually a better data, right? So when you start looking at this one's a whole different data. This is the dollar chart. So we know the dollar chart has been going down, and then all of a sudden it starts pumping up. When it starts pumping out, we see BTC start to move down. But what we are seeing is these massive continuation patterns here. We see W here, stops, right? And then we see many more little, these little bottoms here, and all it's doing, it's been doing higher lows. It's been doing higher lows, and it's actually gone beyond this specific neckline. My bad. This specific neckline here, pushing forward. It's already come to this neckline here. Look, it's already come to this neckline here. It's already come, bounced, tested. This thing wants to move up. This thing wants to move up. That is giving me the number one warning that this market is going to flip, is going to go down. And this is coming from a bull. Because what do we see here? Almost the same pattern as what we saw here. Almost the same pattern as we saw here. All of this is saying me, this is like a dead cat bounce. This is a dead cat bounce, and it's coming down. Because we didn't see the same reaction here. So whoever's been buying BTC, in the last few hours or whatever, definitely been controlling the market. Definitely been controlling the market, definitely, because it's definitely been keeping it within a specific range. I mean, you don't make this up. Look, I'm putting a box here. How is this even possible? How is this even possible that every top has been exact, hour after hour after hour, in a straight line? It's like someone's got a sell order just right there. Sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Whoa, power. Oh my, Matt is here. Also, Matt, what happened? Message retracted. What happened, Matt? OMG, we are crashing. What's going on? Are you buying? What did I miss? Matt, my brother, listen, what I'm seeing here is a dangerous pattern. It's a dangerous pattern. It's a pattern that looks like it's going to move up, but I doubt that because of what I see here. When I'm looking at these charts here and the information I'm seeing overlaid here, and I'm seeing this US dollar start to move up, the US dollar starting to move up, US dollar getting more stronger, right? Because the Fed, and this is what the truth is, by the way, Fed has now decided to stop or slow down the money printing. Money stops printing a little bit. What does it do? It starts to push the dollar up. The dollar also starts moving up because people have taken their money out. But this is the first time I've seen where money is coming out, and this thing is pumping up, and then all of a sudden this thing spikes. It spikes up. I mean, wow. I mean, this must be the news that, guys, there's nothing wrong with Omicron or whatever they call it. It's actually not bad for the environment. It's actually good opportunity to buy the dips. This is what JP Morgan said the other day. We've even got a video on it. JP Morgan says buy the dip. It's a title 3-4 days ago. Is this all because of this? Or is this proper, pure market manipulation? Is this market manipulation? Is this market coming down? You know, that's what we look at. Is this market coming down? Because the data that we've got suggests that, yeah, it'd be easy. This is the total market cap. Total market cap. And this is Bitcoin. You know, when you look at this, the signs are not good. Signs are not good. Signs are not good. You know? Signs are this. I mean, this is one of the most super bullish patterns. But even then, signs are not good. Just because we've had this doesn't make any difference. And look at this total market cap for the last few days. I mean, a lot of people haven't even noticed this, because that's the problem. You're so focused on everything else, you don't notice this. And let me show you this. So this was the high we had, close to $3 trillion. This is the low we had. Guys, let me just put this into perspective. We lost $1.1 trillion in the span of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Hold on, why am I even using this for? Look, in the span of 26 days, we've lost $1 trillion. $1 trillion, guys. $1 trillion. Yeah. $1 trillion. In the span of last 4 days. 4 days. 4 bars. 3 bars. Actually, it's even showing 3 bars. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 bars it is then. It should be 4 days. I think it doesn't count today. We lost $754 billion. $754 billion. I mean, just think about that. Just for a moment, just think about that. We went from $3 trillion, we dumped all the way to $1.88 trillion, guys. Think about that. It's not going to be easy. That's going to be a hard recovery. It's going to be a hard recovery. Could easily last us a few months, in my opinion. And this could all be just a whole bunch of bounces. Oh yes, we're going back up. Smoke that hopium, and then we keep on coming back down again. That trend is broken. I don't care what anybody says to me. This trend is obliterated. My bad. Honestly, this trend is gone. It's totally wrecked. The only other trend we could even now, we're trend hunting, if that makes any sense. Right now I'm basically just trying to make stuff up just to make everybody happy. Guys, look, got a trend here. No guys, that's not a trend. That's a stupid trend. You can't even use that as a trend. If I was to able to use this point here, maybe I can make one up. Yes, I just made one up. Again, that's not good enough. That trend has been gone. That trend is broken. I mean, if you use weekly, yeah, we can get away with some trends here. Maybe even on a monthly, we can do some stuff. I mean, I can do one great one. If I do 2 weekly, then yeah, I can definitely find myself a trend. And I can use this. I can say, look, guys, look, boom, look, the trend is solid. But the trend is gone. That trend is gone. That trend is gone. I don't care what anybody says to me. That trend is gone. And the trend is just indicating that this market has crashed. This market has crashed. It's sitting on a thin line. I mean, we went and tested this bottom line here. We tested this bottom line. Where is it? Here. We tested this area here. Yes, we're here right now, but that's a lower high. It's a lower high. So let's see what happens. I could be wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to see this market move up. You know, we went down to 2.17 today. You know, we had a low of 2.17. I don't know if you can see this. If I do put this on this candle here, and you can see around this area here, you can see open, high, low, right, close, right? So look at this when I do this. There's no close, obviously. But what you're seeing here is the low, we went to 2.12 trillion. So the low we had was 2.12 trillion. And we just had $200 billion come back in. People are bullish. Yes, money's coming back in. But they're not looking at the bigger picture. Guys, we're down. The fact is, we're bloody down. We're down from here. We're down from here. We are still, from here to here, we're still $370 billion down. Thanks to our leverage trends. We're down. Painfully down. Painfully down. Because when BTC reacts, when Ethereum reacts, the two most dangerous coins on the coin market, when they react, everything reacts. You know? And funny thing is look, this is how crazy it is. I talked about this the other day as well. BTC. Oh, no, sorry, I squeezed it in too much. There we are. I like it like this. This is BTC Ethereum. BTC Ethereum. We'll get rid of all of these patterns, right? Get rid of all of this. We want to see patterns here. We've got BTC Ethereum. And currently BTC Ethereum. So Ethereum versus BTC. So that means you can buy 0.86% of a Bitcoin with one Ethereum. That's power. That's like 11 and a half Ethereum to buy a whole BTC. That's not a bad deal. I'll take that any day. That's what's going on here, you know. It's not a bad deal. But usually when we do see this happen, it's a good sign that, yeah guys, the market's coming to a top. It's a great sign. The market's coming to a top. When everything else moves and BTC doesn't move anymore, expect a sharp turn. Just get BTC run, it stops. Ethereum run, it stops. Altcoins run. Well, we can't really say that because before we had a lot of scam coins. But the point is, altcoins do tend to run after ETH does. And then the cycle continues. All the alts dump, BTC pumps. But these cycles don't happen over days or hours. Except the yo-yo stuff, right? Except the manipulated stuff, right? But most of the time, these cycles can take months for it to happen. So let's see what it does. Let's see what's going on. Gritty here, gritty. Up at 3:30. Listen till I fall asleep. Big up, dude. Awesome, my brother Gritty. What the hell, man? What you doing up at 3:30, man? My brother, lots of love, man. Love and respect to you, my brother, for getting up at 3:30, guys. This is awesome, insane, my brother. That just shows. Honestly, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gritty. I really do appreciate this. Guys, smash those like buttons. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. This community is awesome. 3:30 a.m. and my brother's up listening to this until he falls asleep. Awesome, man. Lots of love, my brother. Lots of love. Oh my, Benjamin. That's the video about the billionaire VC talking about Solana. Plenty of billionaires. Remember, Solana, one of the biggest investors, when you're talking about billionaire, one of the biggest VC investors in Solana. I think it was something capital, Pantera Capital, I believe it was, or Almedia Research. I forgot which one it was. One of those. They're the biggest, one of the biggest. And then obviously you got the founder of FTX. These are already billionaires. They bought Solana for cents. In fact, that billionaire you're talking about, he admits it. They bought it for cents. Cents. Think about that, right? So they banked on it big. So Solana, as I said, is a slight different story, but Solana, I do believe it's going to see some sort of a great adoption. Solana can't afford to mess around, if that makes sense. Yes, they may have started in the wrong direction or got the whole bunch of VCs involved, but you need those connections, my brother. I'll be honest with you, you need those VCs. You need that connection in order to take you to the next step. So if Solana is intending to enter the financial system in the CeFi, the centralized institutional finance, whatever, they have to use these means to an end. And you've got to satisfy everyone, right? So, like big companies, that's how it works. There's always going to be someone out there who wants a big chunk of your company. Of course, if it's vested and this and that, but the interest can shift, you see. If the project is bad, they'll dump it. But if the project is worth it, hold on. They'll hodl more than you and I, because it's a long-term investment. If this project succeeds and does something, becomes a financial means, as I said, like maybe the blockchain layer, not the coin so much, but the blockchain layer of the transaction, Solana's already succeeded. And the people who invested, the big whales who bought it, they've made a whole shit ton of money. Why not? So that should be awesome. Skin in Bones says, great tactic, man. We'll definitely take it into practice. Try it. It's awesome, man. I'm telling you, I love it. I especially love it during the bear market, because in the bear market is when I plug my money in. I'm like, okay, I want to go. This is my monopoly board. This is how many buildings I want to buy. This is how many properties I want to buy. And then the market starts moving, and I double and I take my initial out. So zero emotion. I just take my initial out. Leave it there. Forget about it. Next one. Like Luna. KR's here. KR can tell you. SM's here. He can tell you. A few other boys can tell you as well. Whenever they talked about Luna, they said, bro, can you tell us about Luna? I'm like, buy it, forget it. Buy it, forget it. That's what Luna was. You buy it and you forget it. They talked about Matic months ago. I mean, oh my God, a year ago, I think we talked about Matic. We were talking about Matic when it was like 20 cents, 30 cents. Sometimes even more than that, even longer than that, actually. And we were flipping Matic left, right, and center, up, down, 4 or 5 times, up, down. And we predicted Matic is going to head towards, and I'm not joking, this was a prediction we did months ago. I think, I could even say a year ago. I could actually say a year ago. This is hilarious. We actually done Matic a year ago, and our target's still there. We haven't even reached the target, but imagine we're sitting at 20 cents. 30 cents, and we're talking about Matic shooting up. And actually we did meet our predictions when we did, right? This was hilarious. Yeah, our target was still there. Look, this was our target, $4.20. I mean, how crazy is that? We actually thought about $4.20 after we broke our first target, and we were sitting around Matic around these levels here. We were messing with Matic here. We were making money there. So, and we got no emotion. You see what I mean? It's just a zero emotion game. It's awesome. Matt's Market says, boom, Bitcoin exploded. I hope it did, my brother. If it did, awesome. So we see a lovely little bounce here, absolutely. But what do we see here? I know you guys are excited. Oh, my brothers, I love you all. I'm telling you, I love the way you guys react when BTC makes a move. Beautiful. Yes, it did one thing. It did break the pattern, right? It finally decided to break out of the pattern, which is actually very bullish. But what does all of this mean? This is just an hourly candle. It doesn't mean anything. Guys, please, it doesn't mean anything. Think about it. You take this top, you take the bottom, right? Let's just put it there. You put a line, and you put this line here. And then what you do, you go back to your daily, and oh, sorry, where's that line gone? It's here. It doesn't mean anything. It's not a bullish thing. Yes, it doesn't confirm that it's a reversal. It's just a higher low. Sorry, a lower high, whatever you're gonna call it, or higher high, whatever. But it's not. The point is, it's still below this candle. It doesn't invalidate the trend. It can go all the way to 60k right now. if the daily candle doesn't close there, it's not significant. Remember when we talked about this here at that 60, what was it, 67k, and I said, guys, yes, congratulations, we hit, I think it was 68, 69k or whatever it was. It was this one, sorry, it was this candle here. We hit 68, 69k, and I said, guys, congratulations, we hit a new all-time high, but we need one more candle tomorrow to confirm. And what happened the following day? We didn't get the confirmation. So what happened, guys? We said, okay, fine, guys, we're gonna smoke some opium, we're gonna drink some hype juice, we're gonna get out there, and we're gonna hope for the best for this to confirm, the next candle to come back as a green. It didn't. The following candle did. Everybody got excited, but the pattern was already formed. This was already bearish. It was already part of the pattern. Of course, we need 3 points of contact. We could have used these, but we used this point and this point. We only had 2 until we confirmed the third one here. So again, by the time we find out, it's too late. 10A, my brother. Awesome. Sorry about yesterday's stream. I have no idea what happened. I think brother or sister. But the stream died, unfortunately. That's why I did promise I was going to do a nice long stream today. And I am doing a nice long stream. I have no idea how many hours we've been on it. And I can carry on forever. So don't worry about that. It wasn't anything to do with my internet or anything, by the way. I did explain in the beginning as well. I have no idea what happened. Just all of a sudden, YouTube decided to shut me down. However, I've noticed on a Monday, I can carry on for hours and YouTube doesn't bother me, especially in the evening. I think it's not the peak time or something. I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, welcome back to the show, my brother. Thank you very much for subscribing as well. I did notice you subscribed as well. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. Also, the other guys, come on. Hey, what am I doing? What the hell am I doing, guys? I've got shout outs to do. Wow. So yesterday, 10A, thank you for subscribing. I see Tulu Best. He subscribed. Awesome, my brother. Thank you. Skin and Bones. Drop $5. Happy days. Thank you, my brother. I hope you subscribed. Skin and Bones, I hope you subscribe, bro. Also, we have a lovely Discord community. Do come and have a conversation. We've got Custard Boot, SM, a few other people here in this group, basically, actually members of the the part of the Discord community, and they're here as well. Massive people, lovely people. And we're doing things together, as a community, as a collaborative. We are building things as well. Matt, you've seen Matt here, Matt's Market. He actually has his own YouTube channel, and he pops in whenever he can to my show as well, and I highly do respect that. There's a few people here, I think they have their own shows they do come out, which is awesome. 10A says, was holding LRC, oh my, 20% up. LRC is a good coin. Check this out. So Loopring, I did get rid of it, by the way, but Loopring, I actually first bought Loopring when it was, I think it was about 9 pence or 10 pence in the UK. So I did buy LRC a long time ago. It was a few pennies, right? I bought it. What was it? So guys, let me just get rid of this. You can see how far back we were doing stuff with this. Leave this. But the point is we bought it for a few pennies back in early 2020. It was late 2019 to 2020, because I remember it was around the time when I opened up a pizza shop. So I had a pizza shop, and the pizza shop was late 2019 to 2020, right? So before the first lockdown and everything, I had a pizza shop, right? And the reason I remember was because I had an Italian chef, a proper Napoli chef, and he wanted to get into crypto. Obviously, anyone that comes around me wants to get into crypto, right? I think I have good influence on them. I won't say bad influence, it's good influence. So I remember buying him some. I bought him like £800 worth or something. I bought myself some as well. And this thing, we're sitting at 8-9 pence UK money, right? It just launched on Coinbase, and I set him up Coinbase. I said, bro, just buy on Coinbase, happy days. So I've seen it before, but I never bought it. And we just bought some, and this thing started ripping, pumping, right? So it went to like, I think 20 or 30 pence a coin. And the market kind of shifted, and I did buy quite a significant amount. And I'm one of those. If I want to buy, my minimum buy would be like $1,000 or £1,000 worth, right? So it's always a rounded number. And so I bought a significant amount because I could see a potential there. I did my charts, everything looked awesome to me. So I bought it, and I kind of like, tripled my money. So I was like, I got to take this. And I saw BTC at a dip. So what do? I take my LRC out. I buy BTC. Of course, BTC is appreciated. Since then, BTC is also appreciated like 2-3x. But never thought LRC would go to $2-3. Never. I'm telling you, I thought, okay, maybe $1. Because $1 would have been like, what, 10x for me or 8x for me. I did imagine that, but never thought that it was going to go and do a 20, 25, 30x. Never thought about that. So kind of gutted. But you know what? Once it's gone, I don't bother. I'm like, it's gone. Plenty of fish in the sea. You know what I mean? It's gone. It's gone. I ain't going to chase behind it. There's plenty more. Plenty more fresh new horses to go and pick. That's what I do, basically. Wow, by the way, today's show has been a lot of talking, hasn't it? Awesome. I love talking to you guys. Thank you very much, guys. Awesome. Also, just realized my cursor wasn't on. So, yeah, 20%. Lovely, my brother. I love that. Peppermint Garden. If I have 800, what crypto would you advise to invest into short term? Risk is fine. If you had $800 short time, wow, that's a crazy one. Wow, what would you buy on a short term? I mean, we talk about all the time. In fact, in the beginning of this show, I mentioned about this, and I'll tell you why. So this is my thesis, guys, so please do understand. The EVM compatible chains, a lot of them are exact duplicates of Ethereum. So that means you can use, all the Solidity developers can actually build on this. So Crow, for example, has its own blockchain, right? Kronos. And on Kronos, you can actually build the whole Ethereum ecosystem. Not an issue. And it's fresh, it's new. In fact, one of my best mates, he launched the first DEX on Kronos. A few other projects that I know or I'm involved with have launched their projects on Kronos, and they've been huge success. First comers, why not? And the guys who built on Kronos, they found it so easy. They're like, wow, compared to Cardano, none of that nonsense here. We can just go in, plug it, boom, we're in, because it's the same code. So what's happening is a lot of people are just using the existing DeFi protocols and DeFi codes to launch a whole brand new project on Kronos. And because Kronos is so fresh, the first comers, the first boys that move into this ecosystem are getting the most amount of people getting interested. And this is one of the reasons why I believe this could be the new BNB. KCS has also done it, Huobi's also done it, but they don't want to operate their own blockchain. You see what I mean? So they'd rather use that utility function of their token only on the exchange. So on KCS, I think in the future that you might be able to build, but you can't build anything. On Huobi token, you can't build anything. Even though it's an ERC20 compatible token, you can't build anything. Why? Because they didn't make a blockchain. It's just a token. So this is what you have to understand. A lot of the time, it's like some of these guys would do a whole blockchain on it, but they don't want to have the headache of doing anything. They don't want to open source it because clearly they're hiding something, right? Like KCS is probably hiding something, but KCS is literally running on its own little blockchain. It's got its own little private blockchain that it runs on. But that's the situation we got, right? And I feel this is the one that I would pick if I wanted to, because I think this is going to be a big bet. I think there's going to be a massive future for Kronos. I mean, it's the same story like how, FTX started pumping, how BNB went from 15 cents to $500 today. We're looking at a $500. Why? Because people were able to build. Give me a platform, I will build. You don't give me anything, I can't build. Or you give me something and you make it different or difficult. Like, for example, Cardano, you have to learn a whole new language. Haskell, what the hell's wrong with you? Why couldn't you just stick there with the kind of round wheels we have? Why do you have to make a square wheel? It's not going anywhere. why reinvent the wheel? Just give us what we already know, and that's the adoption. So I see Crow to be quite bullish. For me, I'm very bullish on it. I'm buying everything I can, and I'm hodling. So I've locked it. I'm just going to hodl, and I do feel this one's going to, when it comes out, it's going to be explosive. $10 is like the minimum I'm expecting, but if it does turn out to be a new BNB, then $100 easy. But that's something I can't really advise you. But again, just kind of briefly saying this without any financial advice. Of course, if you do your own risk, that's a whole different story, but do be prepared to hold it for a couple of years. And we're quite fortunate. We're in 2022 almost. So we only got a few more days until 2022. And the good news is in 2024, March, approximately, because we don't know when that block's going to confirm, but approximately on the 13th of March, we should be seeing a halvening. So around the March, let me just say March, right? Because I don't know the date, guys. But around March, according to the blocks, because what if we have one or two blocks not confirmed, but according to the block confirmations, it's around March we're going to see the next halvening. And usually before or after the halvening, we see the sentiment start to change and the market start moving back up. So we should see a reversal around 2023 end, or like the middle, all the way to after March, basically, where the market's going to start shifting and another bull run continuation, right? So we should see something like this happen very soon. So, be prepared to hodl. $800, $8,000, $800,000, it doesn't matter. As long as you've got a strategy, you're good. And you seem to have a strategy. You're like, okay, risk doesn't matter. You're not risking anything. You put $800, that's just money value. If you bought 800 coins, you still have your 800 coins. Doesn't matter if it goes to a penny. It doesn't matter if it goes to 100. It's still 800 coins. If you understand that, you're winning. You're winning, trust me. Oh man. Benjamin says, yeah, you are right. Just wanted to see your view. Thanks. Also got into Solana pretty early, so I do believe it has great potential. It does has great potential, bro. And thank you very much for thinking I'm right. I don't have to be right. These are just my opinion and some of the market data that we've actually collected, right? This is the data we have, like not collected, but the data you and I both can see. If we are willing to learn, the data is readily available for us. And from this data, we can see that this is exactly what's going on, right? Yes, Solana entered big money, big players, and of course the big investors want big payouts. But if Solana ends up being that private blockchain that banks could use or other companies could use, they've just monetized on it and it's worth them holding, because that means Solana also has a potential to be kind of privatized, if that makes any sense. And when it's privatized, you can't sell shares in a decentralized company. So what do? You sell the coins. So anybody who's an early adopter who bought it for a few cents could sell it off and make a whole lot of money. That should be pretty awesome. Skins and Bones says, I'm subscribed. G will join Discord as well. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been an awesome stream, guys. If you guys want to talk about anything else, yeah, go for it. I'm ready for it. Hit those subscribe, hit those like buttons, smash it. This is, I don't know how long. I'm going to double check actually. Let me check this. Give me a sec, guys. I want to check this. I really want to check. How long have we been busting this out? Wow, 2 hours and 32 minutes. Wow, did we just break our old previous record? I think we did. I think we smashed our previous record, because our previous record was around 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I think we just smashed that record. We're currently doing 2 hours and 32 minutes, and we're still rolling, and I haven't had a freaking drink. Can you believe this? I haven't had a drink. I've been at it non-stop. Boom, boom, boom. Oh man, you guys are awesome. I'm telling you, you guys are absolutely awesome. Wow, look, talking about it, Crow's already started pumping. It's already 6%. It's already 3%. Wow, 6% pump. Nice. Woo's coming back. My favorite little coin coming back. But again, I'm not going to count for any of this. So guys, don't get me wrong. Everything pumps because BTC pumps. Moments ago on this stream, right in the beginning, go back, rewind and see something. that this entire market was red. Only 1 or 2 coins was green, 1 or 2, and now 2% up BTC, everything else 4%, 5% up. Doesn't make any difference for us. Ultimately, we need to get to a specific level for us to start confirming. When we end up seeing a candle like this, you know, big candle like this coming back to this neckline here, then we'll start talking. You know, we start saying, okay, now guys, we look okay. In fact, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to look at this stupid currency because this is a rubbish currency. We don't look at rubbish currency. So let's change this rubbish currency from this, and let's put BTC in there. How about this, right? We just put BTC in there and say, you know what? We don't want to look at dollar because dollar's dollar, right? Dollar is dollar. We don't want to look at dollar. Let's look at BTC. So we compare the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the crypto total market cap, and what do you call this, BTC. Yeah, and that's what we're seeing, right? So we saw Dow Jones make the first move, we saw S&P 500 make another move. Happy days. And now we're seeing BTC make a move, but we know Dow Jones looks pretty solid. However, it does look like it's coming in for a head and shoulders, you know. I mean, if this thing comes and bounces up to this line, so when we're looking at this particular chart here, and I want to show you this hypothesis or scenario, basically nothing more, just a scenario, guys, just me, you know, a bull being slightly bearish because he wants to buy more discounts. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. No, wow, 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 wow. Because I've been reading the chats here, my phone battery is about to die. It just went to sleep. I was like, what? What's going on here? Give me a sec. Wow. Alright. Put the thing on charge, guys. I do have a charger. BTC hasn't broken me yet. I do have a charger. I'm joking, guys. Buy the dip is here, guys. Stop the show. Listen, look at the chat. We have buy the dip telling us buy the freaking dip. I'm joking, bro. Love your name, love your name. Great tag, and it's true. Buy the dip. If you're a bull, buy the dip. Don't go fighting the market. Buy the dip. We going up to fill the CME gap. Hopefully, bro. Let's see what happens. But I'm not that fussed about ETF gaps. ETF gaps don't make anything. You see, the thing about ETF, bro, the problem is like CME. They're not doing physical Bitcoin. So I don't even know why we count paper money. Paper money doesn't make any difference to us. We don't actually have a physical Bitcoin backed ETF yet. I think something in Canada, they may have been trying something in Canada, if I'm correct, because it's not coming to me right now. But that's what we want, basically. If you're going to settle futures or options or anything, you know, then, or exchange traded funds, right, ETFs, do it in BTC. If we win, give them BTC. If they lose, take your BTC, sell your BTC. That is going to be so much healthy for BTC. But we're becoming like gold 2.0, and I know a lot of people say, what do you mean? Well, let's do it this way. I'm not talking about gold 2.0 as an internet money, which a lot of people argue. I'm talking about gold 2.0, the paper one. There's more gold on paper than physical, and I think that's what's happening with BTC, you know, when you got ETFs and all sorts of rubbish here. Chaos says, what's going on here? Bro, we're still here. We're still here. Buy the dip is here. We're still here. Buy the dip. Exactly as I told you. Buy the dips. Awesome, my brothers. Awesome. Honestly, it's lovely, man. It's lovely to have a little bit of banter, a little bit of fun every now and then. Yeah. Oh my! I want to see how some of the other boys from some of the other channels actually have been reacting recently. It would be very interesting to see, because I know some of the guys, they literally they do. I mean, look, I'm not going to call them copycats or anything, but they do
somehow come up with everything I've said a few days later, and we do. KR laughs about it because KR watches a whole bunch of YouTubers. So yeah, don't worry, not the wrong way, but the point I'm trying to make here is you do watch a lot of YouTubers, and he does come up with all sorts of crazy stuff. Whoa, what the hell's going on here? I have no idea what's going on here. So I'm just looking at this. Wow, okay. Oh, Timotej Hudak. So someone called Timotej Hudak just joined Paradexes on Telegram, I believe. Yes, on Telegram. So awesome. Someone just found Paradexes. Wow, he joined Discord as well. Wow, guys. Yeah, it's starting. But I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to show you Paradexes now. Actually, I want to tell you guys something. So please don't. It's not ready yet, okay? It will probably be ready tomorrow because we still have some updates and we've got so much work, guys. So this is Paradexes. Some of the problems we had on the website has been resolved. And I want you guys to just observe, right? And I'll show you some of the updates, what's coming and what's not. So some of these I've personally made myself. So this button was too big and it wasn't animated, so I've animated it a little bit. Nothing too much, just a little bit of a effect, right? So we've got this. I've lost the parallax or parallel, whatever they used to call it, the effect that I had anyway. So I'll fix that. This also. So this, I added some color and a little bit of function. So a few updates. I've added the Facebook, Twitter, YouTube for Paradexes, Discord, Telegram, Medium, what's this, Reddit, and GitHub coming soon. So these are added on. This is only for marketing, so campaign marketing, nothing else. This doesn't do anything else. So if you put your email there, any new products and announcements, they will be made through here. So all the announcements will come from this particular email, and I've got 4 email addresses, and this is a separate email just for marketing. And I think it will be marketing or notifications. I can't remember. Let me just double check. I can't even remember, guys. So anyone who's sticking around, you're about to get some really, really cool info here. Give me a second. Let me check this. What's going on? You know, something here is bugging the life out. I'm gonna get rid of this. Where is it? Let me see if I can find the app, guys. Custard's not on the show, but he's doing some stuff on he's actually so he's one of the admins on one of our servers, and he's doing his thing over there. So let me just check one second. How many? I'm just trying to see the account, guys. Not now. So yeah, it will come up as notifications, I believe. Yeah, so I got 4. I got 1 for myself. I got notifications, promotions, and just 1 with hello, basically. So we do have 4 emails basically, and this is one of the emails that is connected there. So that's what's going to happen on that particular one. 1 second, guys. I've lost the chat as usual. Give me a sec. I'm checking on the phone, so as soon as I got out of YouTube, obviously YouTube decides to disconnect. All right, awesome. Wow, loads of likes, loads of love. I see Custard. I caught you, Custard. So you're watching the show and you're doing this work in the background. Awesome, Barbara. Thank you very much. But you know the instruction, what we need to do, right? So that's happening anyway. But yeah, what's going to happen is on this particular area, once there's a lot of spelling mistakes and this and that, don't worry, the developer was just instructed to do this stuff. This half of this stuff is going to vanish into some sort of a drop down, because what I want to do when you come in, you're not bombarded with all this. You don't have to do all of this stuff, but just going to explain that yes, this email is a separate email to what I'm about to show you. When we enter the DEX, of course the decentralized exchange is coming and it will be here. I need to fix this, but that's where the decentralized exchange will be living. Currently it's just a placeholder, guys, right? Just a placeholder, nothing more. Just a few effects, but again, these links are active, but I don't recommend you doing any of these right now. Of course, you can go and follow these channels, absolutely no harm at all. Even Discord, whatever, go and follow them, no harm at all. But there will be some fresh instructions that are coming, and that's what I wanted to talk about. So
This is a separate location now. This is for the airdrop. This is for the marketing, the campaign, and we're doing like a point system. That means every point is like a chance. So you get like 5-6 chances to do something here. So for example, we've created this thing here where you get 6 chances to be entered into these lucky drops, right? Where you will be eligible to receive the airdrop. And there will be a large sum of airdrop, trust me, is coming, and all this information is going to be uploaded. Of course, this has to be upgraded. So here, if you follow Paradexes and SDCrypto, and so you can choose one or either, it doesn't matter, but you do become eligible for 1+1 points. So you get 2 points for following both accounts. So that's 2 more chances of you to win. And remember, it's portions, like, so the way it is, total allocation is XYZ amount. I'm not disclosing it yet. People who get 1 point only get a small percentage of for that 1 point. People who get 2 points get the percentage that's allocated for the 2 point. People who get 3 point, 4 point, 5 point, etc. The more points you get, the more you get, right? There's more. So obviously you upload this, and this is just the form, nothing more, anything else, right? You've got Discord here. Again, all you got to do is just put your username so we can verify that you are a user on our Discord server. And this is where things get a little bit technical as well, on Discord especially. When you join, Custard is fixing this right now, I believe. You're supposed to join with your MetaMask wallet and BNB. So he's fixing this right now, I believe. I hope he gets it in time, but it's great. Look, we're not finished yet. But when you're gonna enter with your Binance wallet. The only reason we need your Binance wallet is so we can drop you the airdrops. That's what it is, guys. And obviously this is going to be all matched with another bot, which is going to randomly pick people who are verified on Discord. And by the way, with the bot we're going to be using, if you're not on Discord, it kicks you out anyway, and it tells us that you left. So we can, our data also matches that. Okay, this person has left. So we don't need to know who you are. We don't need your name or anything. We know that wallet's not there, so that wallet can't really enter the show. So there's no cheating or double wallets or anything. I mean, if you want to give me 10 wallets, I don't really care. If you're going to follow it 10 times and tweet back 10 times and prove you're there, because all of this data will be there and then on the day of competition. So we're using some hardcore stuff in the background to make sure that nobody's going to be cheating. Any cheaters will get nothing. Well, you can cheat, as I said. It's not cheaters, it's people who come in, give the data, and then decide to log off or sign off or not follow or unfollow or something like this. They are the cheaters. They don't get anything anyway. So that's Discord. Telegram, this is Telegram. So just the Telegram user ID. Again, we're going to be running simultaneously. So you get a second chance. You get another point on Telegram as well. So you're getting these, you're following everything, you get all of that, right? We're just doing all of this for great marketing purposes because Paradexes is just the start. It's layer 0 to what we want to build, what we're doing in the future, all the other great stuff we're launching, and I can't disclose everything quite yet, but we are going to have a roadmap, and one by one these stages are going to release. So only way you will, every time these release, there will be giveaways and also events. That's how you're going to participate. Anyone who's going to be a member is always going to be by default put there, and obviously you're going to be ranked in the server as well. You're going to be ranked. That's how you're going to move forward. Now, this email is different. So there's a function we have here where this email, when it confirms your email address, so this is where it's not finished, guys. When this confirms your email, it verifies. You got to do a verification that that's you. So this is a whole different email compared to the other one. This one gives you a unique referral ID, which is only connected to your email. So in our internal system, we can see your email is this email ID and your email referred XYZ, right? But as you can see here, my developer hasn't put the referral code section, which is optional. It's optional, so it's optional. This part is optional. What's the referral ID? Well, you got to put it in there. So that's how we know. He hasn't done that. He's not finished yet. Don't blame him. Bless him, because he's working hard. He's working on 3 different projects right now. So he's got to do that. And also, we need one more field just here somewhere to get your BNB wallet address. So if your BNB wallet address matches here, and it matches on Discord, and it matches on Telegram, because that's how you're going to be verified that you are a BNB wallet holder. So you can receive BNB rewards, actual Binance rewards, actual USDC rewards, actual Paradexes token rewards. That's how you're going to get it, right, in your BEP20 wallet. If you don't, I can't really send you anything. So this is not finished. That's why I said, guys, please, please, please do not fill anything up, because you're going to have to do it all over again. And I'm going to have to constantly dump the data and restart again. That's kind of nasty. This way we end up losing a lot of people. So yes, it's live, but don't do it. You can follow the social links, as I said, guys. By all means, follow the social links. That's at least one step out of the way. By all means, follow these. Medium is not finished yet. Reddit is not finished yet. There's a lot of stuff we need to do. We've got 1,001 different more important things to do before we launch. The GitHub is going to be up soon. We haven't updated the forms on GitHub. As you can see, if I click, nothing happens. But most of these are placeholders, locked down the channels. So when we do finally launch, and we're hoping to do it by Q1, and anything could happen before that, we might not even launch in Q1, but that's not fixed. Once the roadmap comes live, that's when it's fixed. It's set in stone, and that way we can't take it back anymore. So I hope all of this kind of makes sense, and I hope you guys understand that yes, it's coming. It's going to be big, but I hope I've explained here, and you can use this video as reference anytime in the future, that guys, this email is separate to the other email. You might say, why does he need two emails? No, these are separate emails. One has referral ID system built into it. This one doesn't, unless he's decided to put both of them, but I'm going to double check with him. And of course, as I said, he needs to put a section where the referral section comes up as well. So we've got 1,000,001 things. And by the way, this token doesn't exist, guys. So if you're asking me, oh, when can I invest? You can't, guys. This doesn't exist. We built this on a smart contract. So that means the day we launch the DEX itself, and the day people start participating into the black hole event, because remember, we're going to have a black hole event, like a sacrifice event, or whatever you're going to call it. Some people call it a liquidity generation event. Some people call it the token generation event. And it is a token generation event. I have requested to the developers if it's possible to develop the tokens before, which is simple, right? But because of the way we're doing it, it's actually better. That means the day we launch, the first person to enter the black hole event activates the smart contract to print the coin, and our coin will literally print there and then. The total supply will be printed. That's part of the contract. We didn't want to do like an inflationary currency where it prints as you. No. We want a fixed supply, but it has to be triggered by a user, not by us. And then we should have the total supply, and yeah, and then from that point onwards, confirm everything. What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? Albin just joined. Awesome. Albin can't wait. Albin, we still need your wallet, bro, if we're gonna send you anything. Oh my. Love the brother. He's young, he's passionate, he's enthusiastic, and he's persistent. That I can give to him. He is very persistent. He's annoyingly persistent, but I love him. Honestly, I love him. Awesome. I love to see people like this. Awesome. But yeah, this is what Paradexes is doing. So guys, almost there. And if you're seeing this stupid color thing, I did that. I just thought it looked nice. It just looked nice compared to this one. I do like this one as well. Boom. I'm just messing around, guys. I don't know if you notice, Paradexes also moves as well. So yeah, just kind of little animation effects and this, that just kind of make nice, but simple. And remember, this background, these logos, these were done by Inores, also known as Marius, one of our community members on Discord. So he did the background, he did the logo, he even did the video animation for us on Paradexes' own YouTube channel. Again, the links are here, guys. One by one, all the links are activating, because remember, this is a decentralized project and complete open source, and you guys could go and verify everything. That's the whole idea behind this. So yeah, coming soon, my friends, coming soon. Let's have a look at the market. BTC moves 2-3%. Everything else pumps. Happy days. USDT still bloody, awesome. Luna having a nice little correction after going all the way to $80. No harm at all. You see, no harm at all. But this is looking good. I do like to see these bloody. You know, look, bloody, USD bloody, BUSD bloody, USDK bloody, TUSD bloody, USDC bloody. That's what we like, guys. That's what we like. So while we're sitting on the stream, it seems to be starting to move. I mean, why don't we just even monitor this, right? Why can't we just monitor this? Why are we even looking at this? We could just monitor this, right? We could just delete all of this and start monitoring this. Actually, no, I'll put this back on for a second, and I will delete this for a second. Yeah, we're on the minute chart, guys. Minute chart. Let's have a look at these minute charts and see what's going on right now. So super awesome. Let's have a look and see what the minute charts do while we talk. So guys, if there's any other coins you want me to talk about, please do let me know. If not, let me refresh the chat also. This, because remember, sometimes the chat bugs out. Smash those like button, guys. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any coins you might want me to talk about, drop them here right now. And if you don't, and you guys are tired, and you guys are bored, and you guys have lost all the energy just like I have, then yeah, let's all go have a break. Yeah, I could do with a drink, but that's not a problem. Listen, I'm here. If you guys still want to talk, of course I'm talking. That's not an issue. Yeah, 5 minutes. So this was a spike. This was a spike for us. Interesting. So lovely spike, lovely spike. Let's hope this holds. And also, what's the time? 22:36. So we've basically got approximately 1 hour and 24 minutes for this day to close. Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed for everybody that we can get something to take us to this neckline. So this is why I said I'm not going to delete the drawing. So you see this neckline here. This kind of tracks the body of this and the wick of this and the body of this as well and the wick of this as well. So this is the platform or the resistance we currently have that we need to get back above. So what we saw here on the hourly, right? What we saw here on the hourly, so when we saw this area here on the hourly, we are seeing a same thing, but we're seeing it on a daily in this particular zone. So this is an accumulation zone where we fell below, but if we get back in, then we do have a potential. And then of course we need to invalidate this particular area, which is the $60,000 level, for us to start moving back up again. Oh, swash. Swash. My brain is dead right now. Swash. I know Swash. I done Swash. I made money on Swash. We pumped Swash. We were part of the IDO. Oh my days. Oh my days. Raymond, my brother, we were part of the IDO. Would you believe this? Yeah. Our Discord community was part of this IDO, my brother. We were part of the Swash IDO. We pumped and we dumped. Yeah, we were part of Swash. We pumped and we dumped. And I was like, it rings a bell. What's good? And then I remember, oh my God, we were part of Swash. We the ones who dumped. We bought here and we sold. We bought here, my brother. We bought here. We dumped here. And then this is what happened. I forgot how many percentage we made. Yeah, we made some ridiculous gains on Swash. Yeah, we pumped and dumped it on the same day. So sometimes I do these calls like on Discord and this and that, because obviously that's where the community is, right? So after the show, sometimes I might see something that I think it's got great fundamentals or might have a great potential or a good backing or a good opportunity, right? And I'll pump it. I was like, guys, it's pumping on this exchange. Boom. And then we all jump in and we all make money. Doesn't matter how much money. And as soon as it pumps, these things, they don't last that long, by the way. Let me explain this to you. You're going to love this, right? So if I put this on, say, an hourly, for example, and go right back to that first candle here. Look. I'm not making it up. It's not like, oh, we dumped it. No, it doesn't work like that, bro. Even 15 minutes, watch this. They don't last that long. Check this out. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to that first one. Bloody hell, so many here. Here, look. They literally happen within the first few minutes. This is what happens. So this is why, as soon as the market opens, we dump. We press sell. There's no limit order. We just hit the button, market order, sell. And at any price here, it will sell. And we normally try and sell while it's pumping up. So we exit as fast as we can, and then it dumps, and it never comes back. Look, it never comes back. And then suddenly, obviously, now you can see how it broke trend and started coming down. It doesn't matter for us anymore. We came all the way down here and started to come down. We've exited already. Of course, we were waiting for this thing to bounce back up again and show us a reversal pattern so we can probably buy again, enter again. But look what the dip has done. It's actually taking it below its initial launch price. It's gone beyond the bottom, my brother. If you look carefully, it's beyond the bottom. This was the official bottom, the original price. And right now, it's below its launch price. That's bad. You know what I mean? So yeah, we made our money. So a lot of the times, remember, don't fall in love with it. Try and make your money and get the hell out as soon as you can. It was a good coin. Albin says, what do you think of Pluton? We talked about Pluton the other day, didn't we? I think we did. Was it Pluton or Plutus? Let me just double check. I can't remember which one it was. We did talk about something like this the other day. Pluton, PLU, yeah, we did talk about it. Pluton is, so I don't know how familiar you're with London. So in London, just near Strand, Charing Cross Strand, you can call it Charing Cross Strand. Pluton actually has its headquarters there, right? And it's got a good influential team. It's actually a British company. They actually have a bank, and if I get up here, go to my cupboard, I can show you my card. I actually have a the Pluton card and everything as well. So I've used them from day one. So I've had them since down here somewhere, pumped up, dump. I'm up, but again, it's a very small amount. So it's like my base amount that I'm willing to pick up, right? I've picked it up. I've left it there. I've staked it. Well, I'm not even staking. I've just left it there. I think I get some rewards or whatever. But that's about it. I don't use it or anything. But I can tell you it is up significantly because I bought it around the $1. I think $1.50 was my average buy. So if it's up at $8 now, I ain't complaining, bro. I ain't complaining. Do you know what I mean? So it's been okay. It's not that bad. And yeah. 2016 operates in Ethereum platform. Pluton has current supply chain of 20 million with 851 in circulation, whatever, 851,000 in circulation. Last known price of Pluton is 8 whatever. We've had 12 in the past 25. So yeah, but it's one of those coins, a lot of pump and dumps. When it moves, it moves. When it doesn't, it doesn't. There's nothing much you can do about that. Just be cautious because remember, a lot of these coins, they've already done what they've done, right? They've already done what they've done. They do benefit a little bit from these new launches. So remember what I talked about the other day. I said if a coin is old, 2016, 2015, even 2013, for God's sake, right? And it goes to an exchange fresh, then it does see a fresh exchange pump because the users of that exchange decide to pump it, right? Or they're buying, they're excited that something new has come along. Because remember, most of the people don't think like you and I, right? They don't think about opening 50 different exchanges because it doesn't cost anything to do that. And of course, it gives you options just in case an exchange has a blackout or whatever and you need to buy, when everybody's busy on the top exchanges because they do, shut down, they do have issues, they have, outages, right? Well, you can just go to a small exchange and actually do whatever you need to. You can find a small exchange with enough liquidity for you to actually sell if you have to. And it's absolutely possible. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes it's actually well worth it for you to have multiple exchanges. You just make the most of it that way. So that's something, I teach everybody again on Discord and everything. So I'm like, guys, just do that. Open it. It's free. For God's sake, spend a few, a few minutes doing your verification and whatnot, and have them ready because you never know when these exchanges will come in handy. I've got a section here on my phone just for crypto wallets or exchanges that I can buy, sell, and do whatever. Do you want to hear how many I've got? Don't be shocked if I say this to you. I have 108 different apps to buy and sell. So yeah, if market code could go wherever, it doesn't make any difference to me. I always have access to something. I've got 108 point of failure. You know, so if one goes out, fine, next one. If one goes out, next one. I have to be really, really unlucky to have all 108 fail me on the same day or the same minute. So it's not gonna happen. Wow. Raymond, I hope this answers your question, my brother. I reached the bottom. Yes, it has definitely reached the bottom. SM says OMDS, you mean OMG, live for 3 hours. Respect, my brother. I told you all the time here. Do you know what? I can go on for another 3 hours. The only problem I've got is I'm freaking thirsty. You know, talking does make you thirsty. Oh, Starknet and Arbitrum. Arbitrum is a layer 2 solution, but Arbitrum does not have a cryptocurrency at this present moment, and I don't think they're actually even intending to. Maybe demand may force them to do something. They might even do something very similar to how Uniswap did it, where Uniswap didn't have a coin, and then Uniswap decided to create a token and reward the users for using it. But remember, Uniswap is kind of like an inflationary token, so Uniswap, other than just minting, it doesn't really do anything. So Uniswap is not one of those you hold for 10 years. No. You make your money, get the hell out. Right, that's it. Uniswap is not one to hold on forever. It's not a deflationary currency, it's an inflationary currency. It just keeps on minting more and more. The more you use, the more you get rewards. PancakeSwap, same thing. So be careful with those ones. Arbitrum, as I said, it's a layer 2 scaling solution, almost near to zero fee on Ethereum, by the way. Right, so only time you do pay fees to enter it, but once you're in it, you can do everything DeFi or whatever you want. In fact, one of our partners for Paradexes, they have actually already launched on Arbitrum. But they've got a dilemma on their hands because Arbitrum is near to zero fees. So a lot of the guys are saying, guys, we're in it for the money. We're not really making any money because it's zero fees. So it has its purposes. And of course, I love Arbitrum. It's a great solution. If they had a coin, I would have definitely pumped the life out of them, but they don't. So that's Arbitrum here. Starknet is on another level. Also doesn't have a coin. Starknet was the first product Starknet built, or the product used Starknet was actually DYDX, one of my favorite coins. DYDX was built using Starknet Starkware. They've made it so easy for a decentralized exchange on the blockchain to have limit orders and, for example, leverage orders. And why did you have to even mention it? Because now I have to burst the bubble. Paradex is also going to use Starkware. Okay, why did you have to put this difficult one there? Because if I didn't say it now, I have no other time to say it. Messed me up on that one, bro. You messed my roadmap on that one. Oh my. Yes, we are using Starkware for the limit order and the leverage section. The functionality of Paradexes. Happy? Oh my. Custard says 1 is good. Custard boot, only 108? 1 is good, bro. I wish 1 was good, but I'll tell you, when people start panicking, when people start literally crapping their pants, everybody hits that button at the same time, and most of these servers are not configured to handle millions of transactions. I'm not joking, they're not configured to do that. And it gets even better. We've got bots faster than humans, and there are billions of them. I'm not joking, there are billions of bot codes out there combined, and when certain trigger points are hit, they all hit at the same time. And as I said, the exchanges, they do up and down, but they don't understand how much volume, and that's when exchanges suffer. We got network blockages and transaction problems, and then they just shut down. So during a peak or during a dump, big boy exchanges are the ones who suffer the most, except the little ones. And I know a lot of people like to give a lot of credit, and I do also. Look, Uniswap doesn't shut down, but genuinely it doesn't shut down, because once you've put the order in and you've said I want to sell for a penny, it's still a penny. Even if it takes 18 hours, 20 hours for the block to confirm, it was still a penny, right? But centralized exchanges, they can't cope with that. They can't keep that price fixed at that level for that long, and then they have so much problem, so much paperwork, so much crap. So that's why they end up having shortages and everything. I mean, when I mean exchange shortage, what I'm talking about is basically like downtime, downtime with the servers go down. So yeah, it's a problem, but decentralized does definitely beat it. But again, look, we will have problems on decentralized as well. Of course, if everyone starts using decentralized protocols, the only difference is going to be that if the network gets congested, but the blocks just confirm a little bit later. That's it, nothing else, because a block is a continuous mechanism. It just carries on. One of the best innovations ever. So what else we got here? Only thing that hasn't been explained to me is capital gains tax. If I pull out some and I put in and leave profits in, do I need to pay them? No. You should ask any tax man. I'm not a tax advisor, but I can tell you this. I've actually got 2 videos on my channel how to not pay taxes. Very simple. So the rules for crypto is very simple, or any country is same as well. If you invest $100, the moment you invested $100, it is actually calculated as expense. The only time you pay capital gains is when you take profit on it, but you only pay capital gains on the profit, not the initial. So if you invested $100 and you made another $100 and you decided to bank it, so take the cash out, of course you have to pay gains on your profit. But if you only take your initial and not your profit, because that's never come out of the system, it's still an investment, well, you haven't gained anything to sell anything. That makes sense. You just took your expense out. So there's a simple way to do it, right? You buy a house. Yeah, your house is appreciated $1 million. You don't pay tax until you sell the house. But no one's stopping you from remortgaging the house. Does that make sense? Hope this kind of helps, bro. Simplest way I can say it to you. You don't pay gains on your initial investment. You never do. That's the rules. It doesn't matter which country you go to. It would be, if there is a country that actually charges you for your initial investment, whoa, bro, change that country, get out of there. All right. 10A says, do you own an NFT? Yes, I own 2 NFTs, which was given to me by 2 NFT projects. One of the NFT projects was actually on our show, Modifiable Art. He created 1024 pieces of art, unique pieces of art, which connects into one square. So if all the communities come together, they can actually paint, color, do whatever, and create this whole one unique piece of NFT. And he built it on the Polygon network, and he was actually on our show. I believe he was on our show once or twice, and he actually gave me one for free. And then I think later on I won one as well, so I got those. Appreciate that. It's on OpenSea. He's actually put it on OpenSea under my wallet. It's sitting there. It's worth something. He gave it to me for free, but it's definitely worth something. But I haven't sold it or anything like this. I've always been very adamant. I said I would never ever buy a NFT unless I have my own. And it was kind of a hint, because I was working towards launching my own NFT platform. So not an NFT platform. In fact, we have 2 members on our Discord, 2 members related to each other. One's in the computing and another one's into graphic arts and whatnot. And they're actually collaborating together, and they've kept me with them as well. So as a partnership. And they will be minting their first ever NFT art on Paradexes. I've given them all the material to go and do it on OpenSea or whatever, but they are going to be doing it here. I believe he's here on the chat as well live. I can't see who's on, who's not, but I think he's here on the chat as well if he's listening in, right? But yeah, they will be launching on Paradexes. So one of the first NFT projects that we are launching when Paradox's NFT marketplace launches will be one of their projects, and I am a partner there, just to be transparent. There is another brother, he's not here today. Normally he comes on the chat and he annoys me a lot. He is also building a project. They're building a project. I think they're building two, but one of them they want to launch on Paradexes. Again, we have an actual launch pad and a launch pool, which means just like how you can go to Uniswap and launch any pair, we also have that function. But that's not vetted. But we do have a launch pad, which is vetted. Means we vet you, we lock you, we secure all of those things in order for you to enter. So, you know, Paradexes is the layer 0, as I've said. It's the gateway to other stuff to come, and there's a lot of interest. So many people, you know. In fact, I've just made a proposal. We are thinking about doing something in the metaverse, but not the traditional stuff, not the hype stuff. I'd rather do it once the hype dies out, because we want to build something real. And what we've come up with doesn't exist. So everything you've ever heard about the metaverse, all the hypes, all the craziness you've ever heard, this particular thing doesn't even exist. Funny thing is, I spoke about it 2 years ago. I spoke about it 2 years ago with my business partner to build something in the virtual reality, AI powered in the virtual reality. He didn't understand the concept and we kind of forgot about it. And then the metaverse came back in and I'm still not interested. And then I speak to a developer, a phantom developer, super awesome guy, and they're collaborating and building with 9 different projects. So 9 different blockchains are coming together to build this one unique multi-chain VR experience. It's a big project, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but that's the only hint. You'll hear about it soon. And I kind of made a proposal to him. I said, this is what I was talking about 2 years ago. He's like, what? I was like, yeah. It's like, okay, this could work. I said, let's go. He was so excited. He said, bro, let's do it now. I said, well, okay, calm down, you know, keep your hair on. We're going to do this. And he was like, okay, let me finish this project and we'll do this together. I said, yeah, because it doesn't exist. No one's even thought about it. So we do have a metaverse idea, like a game, but doesn't exist. Nothing like anything you've ever seen before. It will be the first of its kind. And that's what I'm sitting on. It's coming, my brothers. We just need money, resources, time. I know. Time, definitely, trust me. I don't have time. Time, money, resources. Of course, you know, you can't just have developers coming in. Some developers obviously want to build, you know, they'll come in, they do their bit. But majority of the time, it does cost a lot of money. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm sure we can do it slowly. But as I said, this project doesn't exist. This idea doesn't exist. And by the time someone even thinks about it, I think it'll be a decade. So if we do come on board, it will be very secretive. And if we launch it, it's going to change the world. And watch how the hype starts. So yes, we'll be the first, but everybody else is going to come. And God knows who's going to win. It's going to be crazy. I got school tomorrow. See you later. Thanks for the show. Awesome, Albin. Go to school. Take care. See you later, bro. Skin and Bones says, sweet as all I needed to know. Also, my brother. No, that's how it is. You know, the as I said, capital gains. It's a fact. No, I don't have to say this. You can actually check this on some websites, or you can check this with your accountant, and they will say the same thing, right? Just say to them, if I've invested some money, am I taxed on my initial investment? They will always say no, because you never taxed on your initial investment. That's a fact. It doesn't matter which country you're in. You can never be taxed on your initial investment. You only get taxed on the profits you take, and as long as your profit is still in there, it's still an investment. It hasn't come out. So it could sit there for another 20 years, mature as much as it wants. You can't be taxed. And the beautiful thing about crypto is, if you're in it, well, you can move around the ecosystem. Of course, you don't want to do it on a centralized exchange. So if you're on the blockchain itself, you know, and you're moving between decentralized exchanges, and you're yield farming, staking, doing whatever, and you're earning even more, and this initial investment you made is growing exponentially, hundreds of percent, thousands of percent, you don't need to pay anything until we come out. The only time you are affected, and the enemy, right, your enemy, your financial enemy, is your banks. Before that, nothing else, my brothers. 10A says, I saw rumors and leaks on Reddit, GME, GameStop, Loopring collaboration, NFT marketplace. Yes, Loopring is a layer 2 solution. Did you know this? Loopring is like Matic. Just like how Matic on Polygon, you can build stuff. Loopring, you can build stuff. Loopring is a layer 2 blockchain solution.
It's just the same as the Matic. That's the reason why it works the same way. It's not a rumor. Yes, anybody would, everybody would. Why not? Do you know what I mean? So every ecosystem wants to have its community locked in. So imagine this, right? And it's coming, by the way. You think Ethereum, Matic, this, that is bullish because they're building all of the wait for until BTC comes out with its own NFT and everything. Because remember, on Bitcoin, there has been one company, Blockstacks, which has been working on creating smart contract functionality for a couple of years at least. Then all of a sudden, all the developers, the whole Bitcoin ecosystem, like whole Bitcoin developer community came together and literally they sat down together and they said, right, how about this? Let's create a protocol and try and build smart contracts because Bitcoin is ancient, it's old school, layer 1, call it layer 0 for God's sake. It's so bad, right? It just does this one thing. Blockchain every 10 minutes. Yeah. It does 7 transactions per second. Yep, that's all it does, right? So it's become a bit of an issue because it hasn't really innovated itself. It's not faster. It's not, okay, it's technically cheaper, right? Because it's always been cheap. But the point is, it's not any faster than it used to be. Yes, maybe Lightning Network, but Lightning Network is like an illusion layer of BTC, just like how Loopring is an illusion layer on top of Ethereum, how Polygon is a layer on top of Ethereum. It's not its own blockchain, it's actually on top of Ethereum. What it does, it batches transactions, sends it off, makes it far more cheaper. That's what's happening. So that's what Lightning is, right? So you can do a penny transaction for nothing, next to nothing fees. But Bitcoin doesn't have smart contract functionality until November, where they've activated Taproot. So now we need developers who understand how to build on this whole new, layer 2 solution, or whatever you call it, this whole smart contract functionality on BTC. And it's not as wide as known as many people, not many developers know how to work on it yet. I would love to work on it. I would love to have a team work on it, and I would love to create some cross compatibility and utilize that smart contract. So yeah, I mean, NFTs or whatever, everything's going to come. Because remember, as I said, everybody wants to keep their users in one place. I don't want to say, for example, I know Ethereum is the best coin, but I know the cheapest NFT right now is on Solana. Well, Ethereum's just lost its user to Solana. Same thing every ecosystem does. You don't want to lose your user. You want to keep them in that ecosystem. This is one of the reasons why for Paradexes, when we thought about the whole concept and everything as well, for me, I literally gave a long list. In fact, the founder of some of the other projects that I'm working with, they've been on our show as well. It's a long list. It's like, what do you want to do with them? And I gave him a big long list. Whoa, yeah, that's what's going on. So the vision from the beginning was to utilize everything. The one-stop shop of crypto. Actually, I might even have that message. You're going to love this one. I'm going to love this. Let me see if I can get this. Because I actually do have... let me see if I've got it, Tranquil. Where is it? There's a section here. All right, I can't show you everything here because we do have some other private conversation, but there is a section here where it says I want to create a one-stop shop, because that's what we did. I was literally going to throw it and then show it to you guys, but one-stop shop, that's what I want it to be. I want you to go to Paradexes someday in the future, and instead of opening this, you go to Paradexes,
and you see a tab maybe here, it's all there. This page never changes. This page is there. You just click, you're here. Click, you're here. Click, you're here. That's the vision. That's the vision. The vision is, this is a static page. You click on the left or the right, wherever, bam, it's there. You want to see the market cap? It's there. You want to see the on-chain metrics? There. That's the vision. That's the vision. So yeah, I know it's a lot I'm giving away. Of course, I know plenty of copycats out there if they do see these videos. But I'm sure they won't watch it for 3 hours like some of you guys. You guys are awesome. Benjamin asked a random question. What did you study? You're going to hear this. You're going to be shocked. I'm actually self-taught. I wasn't one for school. I gave up studies when I was in high school. Wasn't interested. I did attempt to go back, never went in. I actually went back to university this year. Would you believe this? I actually went back after many years. I had like a gap of almost like 24 years. 24 years. After 24 years, I decided to go back to university and actually get some qualifications, because it's a common question. A lot of people ask me, it's like, what did you do? I was like, well, no, I just went to high school. And they're like, what qualifications do you have? No, I don't have any, because I wasn't interested in your qualifications. Even now, when I talk to people, they get confused, and I'm like, for me, it's limited. We are not, if we get out of this academic box and ask somebody who's academic, and who's heard of Robert Kiyosaki? Robert Kiyosaki and his famous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Please go and read it. It's one of the best books you can ever read. And he talks about how his rich dad and his poor dad. His poor dad is the academic guy, the guy who lives inside the box. And his poor dad said, you want to become rich, you want to make money, you want to do something, you got to go and meet your rich dad. The rich dad thinks outside the box. He doesn't do anything that normal book says. He's breaking laws, he's breaking rules. Nothing illegal, obviously, but he's just not following the rules. He's uneducated, but he's making more money. It's one of the best books I've ever read. Definitely relates to me, but not in the sense that Rich Dad, Poor Dad business. But my mind was never in school, if that makes any sense. School couldn't really keep up with me. So I did get into a lot of trouble and everything. When you got free hands, you end up making trouble. So I got in a lot of trouble and everything school-wise. But they loved it. They loved me as a student, but they just couldn't provide enough to me. That was the shame on them. But saying that 25 years ago, school system wasn't as great. Even now, they actually struggle. So that's what I had. But most of it is self-taught and passion. I'm so deep. I went down that rabbit hole that I said I need to dig up. So I wasn't just going down a ready-made hole. I said, I've got to dig deeper. What's right at the bottom of this? And which led me to many paths and many things where self-taught, I learned how to code smart contracts. I learned how to do many other things as an early visionary in many projects. I started advising. I started doing a little bit of consultancy. Just got myself out there, threw myself out there, but always been very honest about what I have. But what people found as a talent, they said, you know what's funny? You say you're not educated, but yet you're teaching us. Right? You say that you're not academic, yet most of the stuff that you're teaching us, probably most academics won't even know this kind of stuff. Even when I went to uni, a lot of people said, are you going to uni because you want to learn, or are you going there to teach? I said, no, I'm going there to learn. They didn't believe me. They thought I'm going there to teach. I'm like, I'm not qualified. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? So yeah, book recommendations. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, definitely a great book to read. The other book I do put link below is Understanding Fibonacci's. It's a very powerful tool. You've got to really understand this particular tool, Fibonacci tools. I'll give you a good example. So we had a high here, we've got a low here. You won't believe this. If you take a Fibonacci and you put this low here and you take it to this high here, right? Look, this is just mathematically, it's just freaky how this does this. Look, freaky. It's mathematical. That doesn't make any sense, right? So that's that, right? That was telling us how low it could go. Now, if we use this same metric and we say, okay, we are here right now, how high we can go. check this out. It doesn't go direct to the top. It says, well, if we did pump up, according to this metric, we could easily pump up to approximately, let me adjust this. This is, look, let's put it here. And let me zoom in to show you this. It says we can pump up to this 1618 level. And look, how freaky is that? We pumped up to that level. So I'd really recommend understanding Fibonacci's. Get any book, doesn't matter, a cheap book, whatever. Please do read something on Fibonacci. It's one of the most wonderful thing I've ever discovered, and I'm a massive fan of the Fibonacci. This is one of the reasons why I love the logarithmic charts as well. So you see, I've always got the logarithmic chart. I use, let me activate BTC. Alright, so if I activate this as well, what you'll notice is I also use the logarithmic chart, the log curve, regression curves, or whatever you want to call it, right? And it's also got a Fibonacci built into it, and I just love that Fibonacci because the Fibonacci's tell me what's going to happen, and this is one of the reasons why I'm not bullish yet. Why? Because look, yes, this is the neckline. This is where we want to go to, right? We want to get to that 57k, possibly even for the short term, for today, get above that 53k, fine. But we're not bullish until we come back above this line, because remember what I said, this Fibonacci is the important line. You know, the reason I was panicking at that 69,000 was because here we were at this Fibonacci, which is fourth from the top, right? We're at this Fibonacci, call it the 60%, 70% Fibonacci. Yeah, 70% Fibonacci. But we bounced here at the 60%. We didn't break above this. If I saw this starting to move up, I would be super bullish, but we bounced on this. We bounced once, we bounced twice. Okay. So this is not bullish. This is one Fibonacci below the previous highest Fibonacci. You know? And if we go back to the high before that, forget this one, look, we were at the top of that. So we need to start moving towards those levels. That's why we knew that the top was not in. But also the bottom is not quite in, and this means that we could come back to retest. We could retest this line, we could retest this line, and then move up, you know. So Rich Dad Poor Dad, one of my most favorite, definitely watch this one. There's another book, it's called Fish. I'm not joking, it's called Fish. It's about business management. I do recommend you read The Fish. It's about a man in a fish market, but honestly the moral of the story is fantastic. Do read The Fish. It does give you a nice little perspective into how sometimes you got to just basically change your perspective and start thinking. And yeah. And also, I mean, you got to have the red pill, right? You know, red pill or blue pill. You got to take the red pill, bro. Took that long time ago. And it changes you. As I said, self-taught, you know. And then obviously got acknowledged by the community and just carried on, just ran with it, basically. I mean, it sounds weird, right? To me, it felt like that I'm going to be faking it till I make it, but it wasn't. It was genuinely what I was passionate about, because I started, so in crypto, the first time I was gifted some BTC was in 2010. A friend of mine gifted me some BTC in 2010. I had it on an iPhone, I threw it away. I knew about it again in like 2011, 2012, I knew about it, but I didn't touch it. I started researching it. In 2015 I entered, right? So in 2015 I entered, I started carrying on doing my thing, you know, nothing big. And now that I'm in it, I started digging, you know what I mean? So I did a lot of research before jumping into it, and I started understanding the patterns, but of course I had a bit of experience in stock markets and this and that as well. So I used a lot of practical experiences, and when it was around 2016 and when I understood the whole game, and I even realized for the first time, I actually realized that we were in a bull market. So I didn't even know we were in a bull market. I'm telling you, a lot of people say 2017 bull market, and I'm like, no, the bull market started in 2015, because I entered around here and I realized we're actually in a bull market. I realized this. Switch this off. Yeah, I realized we're actually inside a bull market. You see what I mean? So I was around here somewhere when I entered, and I realized we're in a bull market. I'm like, whoa, we're in a bull market. You know, and for me, that when you skip this, when you go above this line here, you already know. Look, guys, we're in a bull market. We're coming back to the previous all-time high, guys. This is a bull market. So I started preaching, and that's when I started preaching. I haven't stopped till today. I haven't stopped at all. I'm still going on, guys. I haven't stopped preaching. And over time, more and more, the predictions and all the calculations on all the methodologies and all the previous history and all the kind of history repeating itself, and looking at different metrics and talking about how the demand was low and the supply was more, and look, over time the the demand is increasing, supply is lessening, the cycles are lengthening as well, so the potential is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Of course, the wait time for bear markets to end or bull markets to continue, it's just crazy. It's just so much data. And you got a following. I ended up getting a following. In fact, some of the first people that started following me says, "Can you do it for me?" I said, "Yeah, I'll do it for you." So back in 2016, I started working with a few friends as private clients, and we started making money. And we made money all the way up to 2017, and then I stopped. I even did manage some in 2018. I managed a few, 6 or 7 of them in 2018, and then I stopped. And everyone says, "Why do you stop? You're good at it." I said, "No, this is the truth." When I was making the money from here to here, they said I'm good. I said, "No, any idiot could make you money in a bull run." That's the truth. That's the truth. I exited in November 2017, and I don't regret exiting, because I did exit around the 12.5k. So I exited, and everybody else was obviously, I packed it up and I said, "Guys, here you go. That's all your funds." And yeah, they thought I was a genius. I said, "No, bro. Any idiot could have made you that money." Any idiot. All I had to do was use a bit of my trading knowledge, bit of this and bit of that. But I did do a projection. I did do the mathematics. I did do the calculations. I knew exactly when to exit, right? For me, at least, right? And I exited everybody. So that's why everyone thought I was a genius. And of course, that created a following. And the following kept on growing. More and more people started coming to me and offering me money, and we're getting down. I'm like, "Guys, I don't want your money." So I've had hundreds of people around here offering me money to trade for them. I'm like, "For what? I don't want your money." They're like, "But look, you made so many people so much money. Why can't you make me?" I said, "Guys, any idiot could have made money here. Right now is not the right time." I kept on warning. Then I started shouting and screaming around this time. I started shouting and screaming. I'm like, "Guys, this is the time. All of you idiots here that wanted to drop the money, put it here." Guess what? When we started to reset, all of these, 99% of these didn't come back. Guess when they came back? I'm not joking. These guys, so the guys that were here got these guys who wanted to come here, and I didn't touch their money. So these guys are done. These guys didn't wanted to come in. I didn't touch their money. When it came here and I said, "Come in," they didn't come in. So we pumped all this. We pumped. Then it dumped, and they're still not here. These guys that could have entered around this time wanted to. When we came back here, they started to come in. So they literally entered back at that 20k. So for some odd reason, they just think that 20k was a moment they need to enter. Of course, bless them, they're actually in profits. But the point is, when I talked about it, when the market was down, I said, "Guys, now's the time to enter the market. We're at the bottom of the bottom. Pick it up." They didn't. So they could have made a massive amount here. But anyway, each to their own, right? Each to their own, my brothers. So let's go on a 15 minutes, see what's going on. Yeah. Benjamin says, "I'm asking because it's my graduation year and I am completely lost. I don't know what I want to be doing. Interested in a lot of things, but really don't like school systems." Listen, if you've been in it, if you've done the hard work, complete it. I'm one of those. I'm like an advocate. I'm like, I'd say, like, I have children myself. I've got 2 children, and we do everything for them to go out there and study. But we want them. We encourage them. We say, "Do whatever you want." We want to encourage you. We support them as much as we can, right? For them to study and have something better. Because I'll tell you one thing: 25 years, and the only thing that's been holding me back. There's 2 things that's been holding me back. 2 things. One was my eyesight. I've got a bad eyesight, so you might see me squinting quite a bit. One is my eyesight. That's holding me back. All right. And number 2 was because I had no qualification. That's held me back. I wouldn't be sitting here today if I had either of those. Trust me. Already I get, like, people, before they even know my qualifications, I get offers, ridiculous offers. People are willing to offer tons of money. You know, I'm talking about crazy jobs, right? You know, finance, banking, this, that, investment funds, loads of different crazy stuff, right? You know, and so they'll be like, oh yeah, we got a little job for you and this and that. And I'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah, what you offering? So first I find out what they're offering, and they'll be like, oh, we're offering like 150k, we're offering like 100k. You know, I think the lowest I was offered like 80k. And I'll be like, yeah, so what's the requirement? And they'll be like, this, but you have many of them. I'm like, no, I don't have it on paper. Practically, yeah. And you see their face just drop. What? Hold on. But you're really good. I'm like, I am good. I'm still good. Didn't change. They're like, yeah. I was like, yeah, leave it. So that's the my kind of weakness that I've had, is that I didn't have a qualification. It doesn't matter what you get, just get something. Trust me, I encourage you, my brother. Get anything, you know, undergraduate, graduate, bachelor's, whatever. Get something. Trust me, it's better than nothing. You don't want to be in my shoes. Trust me. You know, that's the reason why I'm back. You know, for 24 years later, I'm back. Can you imagine this? 24 years later, I am back. And I said, no, this time I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that degree. I don't care what it is. I'm going to take 2, 3. I'm so hyped up. I'm going to take 2, 3 degrees. I'm going to take 5, 6 degrees if I have to. I'm going to throw papers at your faces so you guys don't judge wrong. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Probably even get a doctor at the end of my name, or sorry, beginning of my name. Probably end up doing a PhD on something. You know what I mean? Because the practical experience is there. You know, I can fly through anything. Put me in any subject, any scenario. These are all my strengths. You know, people talk about strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I don't have any threats. All I see is my strengths. Yes, a few weaknesses that I can diminish as soon as I have my my qualifications. I don't even have any more weaknesses. Then everything else is an opportunity for me. There is no threat. You know, there is no threat. That's the level of confidence I have and the level of experience I have in this field. Many fields, actually. Let's have a look and see what's going on. What's happening with these chats? Wow, this has been long today, guys. Wow. So let me refresh the chat, guys. We're still going on. I still got, wow, 7 people are still watching. Awesome. Benjamin says, love it. Thank you, my brother. Respect to you as well. But listen, remember what I said, my brother. Remember what I said. You need it, man. You need it. I'm telling you, you need it. All right? You need it. I regret not having it. But regret the fact that, that's just a bit of my weakness. That's all it is, nothing else. If that people want a few digits and numbers and titles thrown at them, happy days. Do you know what I mean? But in my field, in my community, in my work surroundings, I got the respect, so I'm okay. You know what I mean? So for me, I got the respect. I can make connections. I can pull people together. I can do stuff, and that's, for me, is enough. I mean, I've got you guys love subscribing, liking, and all of that, and throwing all these love and spending 3 hours and 41 minutes with me here. I mean, that alone is an achievement. So thank you very, very much. We should do this more often on Mondays. I mean, this is awesome. Insane. You guys are insane. You've been with it the whole time. Been with me the whole time. Actually, next time I'll probably sit with a drink or some sort of water or something. But wow. Oh my days. 3 hours and 41 minutes. Brand new record, my brothers. Awesome brothers and sisters, by the way, everybody here. You are all awesome. You are fantastic. The most loving, caring family that I could ever ask for. Awesome. So I'm not going to make this any longer, guys. I think we definitely need to get some water. My throat is dry. But awesome. I do really appreciate all of you guys coming here. As I said, just keep an eye on the market, obviously. But remember, guys, nothing actually changes. So, we are seeing this stuff here. Everything looks bullish. Yes, I 100% respect everything looking bullish. But please do understand that for us, the patterns don't actually change. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. The patterns don't actually change unless we can close above this. So even if today we close here, yes, it's bullish. It's absolutely fine, guys. Because remember, we do have this stochastic and RSI resetting here. So everything can become bullish, but nothing changes for us until we invalidate this one single candle. And now even after that, we do have to invalidate this whole area. So we've got a long way to go. So just tread cautiously, because any second now, and it's the same thing as I've mentioned here as well the whole time. I've been warning you guys for a very long time that any second now, yes, it looks bullish. Oh, yes, we're going back up again. Don't get too excited. Don't let the emotions cloud your judgment. We could go down. Are you prepared if we go down? That's the whole argument here. It's not about whether we go up or whether we go down. No. Are you prepared? That's the key. Is it time for you to exit, or is it time for you to make sure you fix your strategy, stay there? So, decide what you're going to do. And other than that, like, share, subscribe, join the communities, obviously, be part of the awesome family. And you guys are awesome, as I said. Awesome. But yeah, I think we just broke our own record, 3 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you very much, everybody. I am going to shoot off now. Hope to see you guys on another stream. Well, we're going to do another stream tomorrow anyway, but I hope to see you on the next long stream on Monday, because these are great ones, great opportunities to catch up, talk, carry on forever. If we have to, obviously we don't want to go on forever, but we can. And yeah, awesome. Lots of love. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again soon. Adios, my amigos.